everybody, and welcome into Blue Jays today, where today, folks, we are going to be doing a live play-by-play and reaction to the Toronto Blue Jays spring training game against the Detroit Tigers. This is one of the few games that is taking place at 6 o'clock, so we figured, you know what, people are off work. Let's freaking call it, folks. And exciting pitchers on the mound today, too. We got Francis and we got Chad Dallas, a few Toronto Blue Jays prospects we are really keeping an eye on who could potentially play a role in the major leagues. I mean, a lot sooner rather than later. I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock.
Yeah, I'm your host, Adam Peddle, and I think we're, as much as I love Chad Dallas, shout out to Chad Dallas, I think we're talking about Bowden Francis here, where you got some injuries right now with Alek Manoah. He actually did end up throwing today. He was supposed to, and he didn't. So that means there might be some setbacks. Is he going to be ready for the opening day? We don't know. I'm not saying he would start opening day, but that opening day weekend, his first start, will he be ready for that? If he's not, it will be Bowden Francis, who's next man up. So he's had a good spring so far. He's going to get 4 innings, like you said before the show to me. That's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a test to see if he's really stretched out and he can throw quality innings over four frames.
Well, let's work backwards for a second here. So Alek Manoah would, theoretically start the 5th game of the season for the Toronto Blue Jays. So you can just add 5 right there. How long do you think that he would actually need, to start throwing again, to get a spring training start or two in? Like, how long would he need to be fully healthy before that start to be able to make that?
See, every pitcher is kind of different, especially with a case like Alek Manoah, where, he's coming off the year that he was coming off of, where there was hints of maybe he was a little bit rushed coming into his first start in the regular season last year. So maybe they're going to play it a little bit different than they would at Kevin Gausman, where he's a little bit more of a veteran pitcher, knows his body, and is a little bit healthier. They want him to get up and running early in this kind of AL East pennant race. Whereas Alek Manoah, you don't really need that rush. I think there might take a little bit more time to get him ready, so Bowden Francis might get those opportunities.
Yeah, that is a good point, man, because, the last thing that you want is Alek Manoah starting on the wrong foot, right, or getting off to a start that, he just can't really come back from him, and then also re-aggravating some type of thing. So, actually, right now, if somebody was to ask me, I think that the odds are in the favor that Bowden Francis is probably going to be taking that start and potentially starting the season off with the Toronto Blue Jays. So.
I would bet it, and I did. If you guys were watching our bold predictions podcast earlier this week, I said Bowden Francis would be a top 10 Cy Young, and that bold prediction. Let me emphasize that again, bold. This is the way it would start.
Listen, man, you definitely did the mission, okay? Like, you did the homework, and you addressed the points, right? Like the teacher said, come with some bold stuff. You came with it. I can't fight back against that. I really can't push back. Whether or not it's going to happen, that is yet to be seen.
Yeah. This is what he has to do. He's got to get the opportunities. This is the first start of creating that next opportunity for Bowden Francis today.
Let's take a look at the lineups today for the spring training game. Toronto Blue Jays against the Detroit Tigers, folks. Blue Jays side of things, you do have George Springer leading things off. He's kind of gotten off to a slower start this spring. Kevin Bichette coming in. I like to see that.
Yes.
Is this his...
I think it's his first start.
This is his first start. Yeah, I was going to say, I have not seen Kevin Bichette at all. I know that he was dealing with a little something.
That's right.
And I guess we are feeling good and in the lineup today, so that's something I'm going to be looking out for. Daniel Vogelbach.
Oh, baby.
Father to Garrett Cole, batting 3rd for the Toronto Blue Jays. Dirty Hands, Jansen needs a new contract. Where's the bag at?
Yeah, having a good spring so far. He's 3 for 9 with 2 doubles. That's a pretty encouraging sign for Dirty Hands, and he's ripping the ball, sticking to his approach.
Every day I'm hustling. Kevin Kiermaier, batting 5th. That was the walk-up song for him last year, if you guys didn't know. Short coming out on that very soon. Dalton Varsho, number 6. He's doing okay so far this spring. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, 7. Eduardo Escobar.
Oh, boy.
What's going on with Eduardo Escobar?
He's hitless so far this spring training. This is supposed to be his audition for the Toronto Blue Jays bench job, and it looks like he's losing it. Listen. He might get cut if he doesn't start putting up in the spring training, and I think he's already got to, put the last nail in his coffin so far.
There was a few overreactions happening when he got signed. People saying that Espinal needs to get traded immediately. I'm kind of happy that didn't happen right now, man, because that would mean that this guy is going to have to be on the MLB team, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now. Hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. And then you got Spencer Horwitz down there. At first base, he's going to be batting ninth, and they're all going for Bowden Francis, who they already predetermined he's going to get 4 innings of work, and then following him, Chad Dallas is going to get 3 innings of work. I like that they laid it out for you. It kind of says that doesn't matter what happens, unless I guess like you just can't get an out at all.
Yes.
But realistically, it doesn't matter what happens today, whether he pitches poorly or whether he pitches great. He's going to be there for 4. Dallas is going to be there for 3.
Yeah, it's going to be great, man. We're starting to get to that. It feels like spring training's been going on forever. It's only early March still, but we are starting to get to that point where we're whittling away the pitchers. You know what I mean? They're starting to get stretched out. Less pitchers. They're probably going to send home some minor leaguers. You got to imagine within a week or so that we can get these big league guys or fringe big league guys, 40-man roster guys, a little bit more time. Go ahead.
Think about the roster that we have right now. You got Bowden Francis, who, is probably going to be on the opening day roster at this rate. George Springer, obviously. Bichette, obviously. Daniel Vogelbach's looking pretty promising right now.
He is.
Other people in the lineup, you got Varsho, clearly. IKF, clearly. Danny Jansen, obviously. Spencer Horwitz and Escobar are really the only 2 guys here that probably won't be on the roster come opening day.
First pitch to George Springer is down low for ball 1. They have a weird, ugly outfield cam that's blurry, and I'm not a fan.
No, this is like fisheye shit going on right here.
This one's fine, the close-up, but this one, it's blurry. There's something wrong with this lens.
Deals. That one is going to be hit, going to go to the second baseman.
Something to note this spring, obviously we're not overreacting because it is spring, but George still without a hit, you would like to see him just get one for his own confidence this spring.
Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more for him. That was a very quick ground out. I'll be honest, man, I don't think it's just that camera. They all look kind of weird to me. A little bit of blur, but also the colors look strange. Is it the colors look kind of weird?
Hey, they kind of do. Hey, first, real quick shout out after this pitch. I forgot that we had an intro for this guy. But it's the MVP, Kevin Bichette. Oh, yeah. If he's going to ever throw the pitch. First pitch to Bichette is in there. Curveball, strike 1. Let's go, MVP Bichette. The notorious B.I.G., baby. He had a lot of segs, according to Buck Martinez last year, and he got his confidence back.
A lot of sex?
Yeah.
Is that what he had?
Yeah. No, literally. So, did you not hear that broadcast?
No.
So,
I do remember that.
He started having lots of sex.
Yeah.
He tried to say success.
Yeah.
Wow, what a good legendary moment. Bichette, 1-1.
Bichette could get around.
Oh, for sure.
Maeda. Deals. That
Good.
one is just low right there for a ball 2-1. They got to fix this camera, man.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It looks like I'm like 12 beers deep right now.
Look at this one too,
they're all
man.
messed up, man.
Dude, whatever this broadcast is out here.
It looks like I'm on LSD right now.
Jesus.
Look, do you see the colors in the background?
Yeah,
it's weird. Deals.
That's
that
3-1.
Low.
There you go. Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, Danielle, MVP Bichette, you remember. Beers tonight, boys, says Screams.
I got a little something right here, a little something. I'm just drinking on the coffee right now, but we are going to get there in a second, folks.
I'm probably going to get the coffee too, but maybe whiskey a little bit later.
3-1 right now on MVP Bichette. Deals. That one's going to be high, ball 4.
Easy.
And he does what he's best at.
Easy peasy for Kevin Bichette.
Maeda sticks his tongue out, can't possibly believe what just transpired, but it happened. See, look at what a normal camera looks like.
Yeah.
This is what a normal camera looks like. The colors look normal. The people aren't blurred out in the background.
I think this is just a classic, we had to rush our spring training setup, and we didn't really invest in good cameras because we're only going to be here for a little bit because we're the Tigers.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
This is brutal, man.
That misses to Danny Burgers. I said if he's going to make the team, I'm making this guy a graphic. He's going to be the Burger King.
And is it just me or is the saturation really high right now?
It's really high. And the vibrance is a bit too high.
It's a lot. Deals.
That's in there.
For a strike, yeah. 1-1 right now on Danny Burgers.
We got 80 people in here watching on this Thursday, March evening. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Also smash the subscribe button if you haven't. Get to 23.4K is the next goal.
1-1 right now on Danny Burgers. Deals. That one is... okay, they are going to call it. I was hoping that they wouldn't because they didn't hold on to it, but it is in there, 1-2. Yeah, we also understand, too, there's probably not a whole lot of people tuning into this particular game. We're getting to that point in spring training where it does feel like it's dragging on. At this point, I think we're all just ready to cut to the finish line and see what really happens with this team. But still got, how many more weeks now? 2.5, 3 weeks of...
21 days, so yeah, 3
weeks. There you go.
There you go.
3 weeks until opening day for the Toronto Blue Jays. That's an exciting thing to say.
Really can't wait, man. I'm eager.
2-2.
Here's the pitch. Fouled away, Danny Burgers.
Yo, real shit, guys. Is Blake Snell gonna be on a team by opening day?
Yeah, no, I saw someone commenting saying, like, get Blake Snell.
You know, maybe we should.
Why not?
Maybe we should.
If he's that cheap, why not?
Well,
why not?
That's the problem, though. Is he that cheap, or is because he's holding out that much, wanting more? But I guess nobody's going to give it to him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Pick off there. Yeah, I wonder what his price tag is, because obviously he's not affected by Bellinger or Chapman, but he is affected by the time. People got their teams together. Like now, if I'm signing you, I'm already losing like a month of you because you have to get ramped up and with the team. So
that's true. I would hope that. Well, if I was Blake Snell, that's
ugly swing.
Ugly strikeout there from Danny Burgers. He is gonna go. Grimson going back to the bench.
Hey, we got another Danny up. Danny Jansen, dirty hands, baby.
Which one of you fellers is the real Dirty Dan?
I am.
That was nasty. Damn. He got really fooled.
Danny Jansen now coming up to the dish, everybody. Kevin Biggio on first. I would be okay with a steal attempt right here.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with the steal.
Biggio used to steal a lot more when he first came up. And I think, look, if you're sharing a position here and there, third, second, maybe some outfield, like you're a utility guy, like add some weapons to your game. Raise that WAR. 1-0. Oh, Danny, that was a good cut there, but he missed that one.
Leanna saying, Nick and Adam, this question is for you. Snell or Votto, if you could add one. Listen, I made a tiny little short today talking about Joey Votto because I don't know if you guys saw, but first off, this guy's itching to go play some ball, and second off, Joey Bats.
Oh, that was a good pitch to hit.
Joey Bats was commenting on the Instagram post that Joey Votto put out there and effectively saying like, hey, hometown team, question mark, going to the Toronto Blue Jays. I think it would be great to see him here, but it's mainly for me more as just like a team building, locker room presence type of move there. It's like, baseball, come in, like, fuck, take a bit of a coaching role here too. Like, have a leadership, aspect of things.
Yeah, 2-2 on Danny. Personally, he's not playing in the lineup because we already have Justin Turner. We don't have too many DHs there, like filling up a 40-man spot. That one's fouled away. And he won't want to play in the minors unless he wanted to. But yeah, I agree. Maybe come in and like hang out with the hitters. Come hang out and influence your wisdom on our team.
Yeah, like I definitely wouldn't be upset with you bringing him in type thing. I wouldn't be upset about that. Yeah. But it's a tough one, folks. I think it just as a character thing would be great.
Danny rips it.
That's going to be going to a shortstop. Goodbye. Oh, and that's the end of the thing.
Relatively quick inning. Just one walk, one base runner allowed, but no hits. Yeah, the cameras are still so bad.
But here's the thing, though. Okay, like
focus. Get the focus.
Yeah, exactly.
This one's got focus.
I know for sure that, okay, fine, maybe the cameras are not as good as the other cameras that you have, but that right there at the end was just fully an operational thing.
Dude.
Where the operator is not literally doing the focus.
I wonder if, like, because it is a Detroit stream, and this is no offense to Detroit, I mean, what if their budget is just so low that they couldn't send any of their actual guys out to, like, operate cameras, so they hire, like, contractors down in Florida,
and they're messing up. Some randos coming in and
I could
taking
actually
care of
see that.
training. Well, I guess so, because if you look at it, like, for instance, I mean, typically in our streams for the regular season, folks, I mean, like, we probably have, somewhere in the 200 to 400 people tuning into a regular season stream. Yeah. Right now, we have less than 100, so which is like a third of the viewership that we normally have.
So you'd have a third of the budget.
They probably have, much less as well.
Absolutely. I mean, the Sportsnet doesn't even have this stream, right? Like, with their own crew, like they have to split it up where they're only doing home stuff.
They really don't give a shit.
They don't care.
Yeah. Well, for the 98 people who are watching right now, folks, quick shout out to tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6:30, everybody, after the Toronto Blue Jays have played their game, Adam and I are going to be doing a full, 3-4 hour live stream where we are going to be celebrating quitting our jobs and doing this full time because we promised that we were going to do a big long stream doing that. We're going to do a bunch of stuff. We're going to have some games. We're going to have some guests come on. We're going to have some giveaways, away our merch just for free. We're going to be taking questions from you folks. It is going to be a full chill stream. The beers are going to be flowing,
Yes.
everybody, and we
Champagne.
want to like incorporate you guys in more of an immersive stream as possible, because I know sometimes we go live, we're just spitting the facts of Toronto Blue Jays land,
Right.
and then we're off. No,
Yeah.
this is going to include all of you guys. So be there tomorrow if you don't have any Friday night plans. Put us on, hang out with us. We're going to be doing a bunch of baseball shit, and it's going to be awesome.
Hey, Paul M saying, my body is ready for tomorrow. I hope that means you've got some brews going.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
Sorry, finish.
Looking forward to it, guys. I'm really excited, man. It's going to be a good one.
I had to interject there because I just had a great idea. Maybe we should have some type of interactive drinking game that we can do with the people, like some type of counter or something that we do. I don't know.
Bowden Francis gets hit right here, right side. It looks like
foul.
It's going foul, yeah.
Nobody
foul.
reacted at all, so it must be foul. That is going to be 1-1 right there. Meadows up. He's a guy. Or is he still a guy? No, this is not the Meadows that I was thinking of. Different dude.
Parker Meadows. I think that's his brother.
Oof.
Here comes the 1-1. That curveball just misses there. 2-1. That'll be exciting. You guys let us know what kind of drinking games we should do in the chat for the stream. We're going to also Swingle coming back. A lot of you like Swingle. It's a baseball Wordle. That'll be dope. 2-1.
Deals.
That's right.
Stinks in there.
Let's go. 2-2.
Atlanta, and I believe one of you has a birthday very soon. That's right, everybody. Adam on Saturday. It is Saturday. Right?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
That's right, guys. Turning 26. Oh, crazy. Woof is right. I'm leaving my prime.
And then 3 weeks later, I'll be doing the same.
Ground ball. Whoa!
Why are you doing that?
That was not a good decision by Spencer Horwitz at all. He got the ground ball. He shoveled it to Bowden, but Bowden was not going to beat out Parker Meadows.
No.
He was pretty fast, it looks like. That was not a good decision.
I don't know why you did that, because I thought that he had it.
Yeah, like Bowden was not expecting that at all.
No.
That was spring training. Not a good decision there.
Felt like our brains were kind of all over the place there. All right, runner on first base right there. Error.
I wonder if that's an error.
It should be.
It should be, because he should have went to the bag. Like, I wonder what they're going to call it. They're calling it a hit.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, they're assuming, like, he thought that was his only play. Oh, and this is hit to left.
That's going to be in there. Okay, this
single? Yep.
Runner on first, runner on second. Riley Green. That is an actual guy.
Yes, he is.
Green is pretty good at baseball.
Spin the wheel, drink game, says Leah. I was thinking about the wheel. Maybe. We'll see. I got a lot of things to consider on how to get it in. I was thinking of other things, too. Like, maybe, like, we on the stream decide together what are the categories for this upcoming Blue Jays Today year.
Right.
Because, like, we kind of doing the same thing. Like, if there's any interesting ones. I don't know. Actually, we used to play a drinking game to the wheel, like, during COVID, if you remember. Or not COVID, 2021, I think. Do you remember that?
No.
We'd spin it down low. This is Torkelson. We'd spin it and be like, if it's blue, I drink. It was me and Pat one day. If it's blue, I drink. White, you drink. Red, we drink.
I have no memory of that.
Yeah, we got pretty drunk. That's why.
1-0 right now. Spencer Torkelson. He's been a player that the Detroit Tigers have needed to kind of break out. Just never has gotten to that level that people were hoping for. Is this going to be the season for him? Detroit, kind of sneaky. They've been like waiting in the wings for a little while right now. Is this going to be a year where they burst onto the scene? I mean, the division that they're in, it is winnable if they can put up.
Yeah, no, it's wide open. I mean, you got Twins, but then you can fight for a wild card by beating up some other teams.
That's the thing, man. And I mean, the Twins, like, I can't say that they're not good because, like, example, wild card. But I don't think that they are an insurmountable challenge or anything.
Yeah, no, they're definitely a good competitive playoff team.
Yeah.
3-0
right now. We might get the bases juiced here with no outs, and it looks like we are going to do that.
Wow.
Bowden Francis loads him up. Not all his fault. I mean, there's been a few wonky things that have transpired here, but very quickly, folks, 10 pitches in, bases juiced, no outs. And this is the situation where you do wonder, if they really start cranking him, is he going to be in for 4 innings?
Yeah, I wonder if they take him out just to conserve the pitch count and then put him back in. We'll see how they go here.
That's true.
Michael Goodridge, shout out to you with the super chat. Dono saying the wheel will be your downfall. Assuming you mean when we're drinking.
Yeah. Sounds like a good opportunity to crack my first drink right there. Thank you very much. W's in the chat from Michael Goodrich. Mark Hanna up to the dish right now. He had an okay season last year, 755 OPS.
Yeah, that's another guy for them too. Like we kind of forgot about Mark Hanna. They got him.
Forgot.
You know?
Yeah. I guess he went from Oakland to Mets to here.
And I forget. I don't know if he was traded. I actually fell off the Mark Hanna paying attention train for a while. That was fouled away.
Well, I think the Toronto Blue Jays were looking at him
Last
a
year,
little bit. It wasn't like a big rumor that was going on, but they took a peek.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Tigers leader looking at on-base percentage. Mark Hanna would have led every single year. That's why they got him. Puts up good ABs.
What do you mean?
I
see what you
yeah.
Okay, I was reading the graphic wrong.
Sometimes with these graphics, if it's made bad, I'm like trying to figure it out. Like, okay, wait, what's this?
Yeah, I
column?
thought what they were saying was that Miguel Cabrera had a 367 on base last year, and I was like, that seems pretty high.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm selling short. 0-2 right now on Canna. We are putting it in the zone right now. Deal. That one hits him though.
That's a run.
Gets away, and it's 1-0 off of a hit batter, and that's not something that Francis wanted to do. And now, slow trot in. Oof. Not the start that the Blue Jays needed here.
Why is it whenever we're playing Detroit, we hit people? That was the Manoah start we faced Detroit.
Well, Manoah hits everybody, so wouldn't read too much into that one. Wow, that almost got around his whole body, so like the release just was not there at all. Just got away from him. Okay, everybody.
Oh, great start, everyone.
Yeah, for real. Might be a long one.
That one's ripped to the right side foul. Keith is up. Looks pretty young.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these Detroit Tigers are.
You know what's so wild? So I've been playing MLB The Show, and I'm on year like 2034. This guy's like elite now.
Well, he's the 22nd ranked prospect in all of MLB.
There you go. There you go.
They seem to like him. 0-1 right now. Bases loaded. 1-0 and still no outs. Again, not all Francis's fault here, but it's starting to look pretty bad.
That one fouled away. 0-2. Yeah, we need an out, man. I kept hearing Colt Keith. Like, he kept coming up and he would do damage.
Ricky T, number 5 starter. He's going to be starting on Saturday, I believe.
Yes, he is.
It's too bad. We're not going to be able to watch that game, but I would have really liked to see that start. Well, maybe we'll... Oh, it looks like they're fixing the camera, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
Maybe we'll be tweeting about it and potentially get a little green screen after the fact.
That's a strikeout. Wow, this guy was swinging out of his butt on 2 strikes. Yeah. Yeah.
We're still not fixing all the cameras.
Ugh, that's one you need.
This one's looking a bit better. It's still not perfect, though.
Yeah.
Like, it still doesn't look fully in focus. Oh, this one looks okay.
Yeah, I
But
think
the
it's a different
colors.
one.
Woof.
Yeah, colors are bad. All right, one gone. We got our first out here in Lakeland. 1 out. Bases still loaded for Kelly. This one's set up the middle. This is going to be...
That's 2?
Potentially. And it is!
Yeah.
What a double play!
Okay,
Wow.
everybody. Not bad. I mean, it was looking bad, and then we got out of it, so not bad. One run in that situation we will take.
Who is our shortstop today? Because that was an impressive throw. He was like getting slid into and still made the throw.
Is it Escobar? Or IKF?
It's IKF!
Okay, there you go.
Stop proving me wrong! Gonna have this whole thing with IKF this year, I know it. Alright guys, going into the top of the second inning.
Toronto Blue Jays up to the dish. Last time you had Bichette get on with a walk, and then Vogelbach strikeout, Springer ground out, and I forget what the last thing was.
Danny
ground out, I think. So we're going to be up with Dalton Varsho, I believe. We're going to see IKF at the dish.
It's going to be Kiermaier, Varsho, IKF.
That's interesting to me that Kevin Kiermaier is batting above Dalton Varsho.
I keep wondering if John Schneider is like really taking his word for it and thinking that he's got power, or like or he's probably seeing it, obviously.
Yeah,
but like I haven't seen it yet this spring.
No, it's not how I would structure the lineup. So I wonder if we should read anything into it, or if it's just a whatever thing.
Probably not for like spring training, because then like when the full lineup's there, he will if he's batting not ninth, I will actually be kind of shocked.
I will be surprised as well, because I feel like that's one of those situations where you just, it ain't broke, so don't fix it. Like,
exactly.
I think that Kevin Kiermaier is kind of one of those guys that you just, set it and forget it. We put him number 9, and that's going to be your spot all year long.
That's right.
Wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Kiermaier. I mean, again, the guy is fit, the guy's speedy. I know he's a bit older, but if he can steal a bit of bags down there at the 9th spot, I'll be okay with that.
Yeah. Scream's asking you guys streaming the weekend game. We're actually going to stream the Sunday game. So Saturday I'm doing birthday festivities, which includes day drinking, playing sports, and arcade games. Shout out to Diane Miller for subscribing. Welcome in, Diane. W's in the chat for our new subscriber. Kiermaier drills
That's
one.
Power.
Come
That's
on,
power.
go.
That's
Go.
pop.
Let's go, KK!
And here it is, everybody. Listen, you said I haven't seen it this spring.
I haven't.
There it is. There it is.
Maybe you will be the 4-hitter. All
Wow.
right, good job, man.
Good job. Good work, Kevin Kiermaier. 1 swing, 1 pitch. Game's tied 1-1. Kiermaier with a bomb.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Top of the second, everybody. Maeda, 20 pitches. Tweet something out with that.
Yeah. That one's in the dirt. Dalton Varsho. We got a 1-0 to Dalton Varsho. Yeah, we got lots of love for KK in the chat. Dalton Varsho, though, takes that one there. 2-1, wasn't looking for it. This is a guy, I was paying attention to him last year, but I kind of lost faith around month 2 in him. I'm really looking for Varsho to just contribute any way possible, man. That one's a good take right there. 3-1. This whole chopping wood approach. He literally went out in the woods and was chopping wood. Getting that action. 3-1, and he takes it. Ball 4, and we're on base. Okay. The Blue Jays. A homer and a walk to start off the top of the second against Kenta Maeda. Let's beat him. Let's cook him. And here's my favorite, IKF. Let's go. I was listening to other podcasts, to Blair and Barker specifically, and they were slowly convincing me, not fully, because I gotta see it, that maybe having full playing time for IKF might be good for him in getting more at bats, getting more consistency, maybe gets a few more digits on his batting average. I was like, yeah, can't hurt you.
What, rather than what the Yankees were doing with him and spot starting?
Spot starting, coming in the game midway, sitting on the bench most of the time.
2-1 right now on Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. What did Barker have to say about IKF?
Not much. They haven't talked about his swing. Barker loves to talk about swings and.
Well, I find it interesting because you were telling me the other day you were listening to one of the episodes and that Barker was all over Davis Schneider
about negatively.
And saying this guy is not an MLB player.
There's
There's IKF sneaking one through the hole. So that's going to be a no-out single right there. Well done.
We're cooking.
But I just find it interesting. I would be interested to know, okay, well, if you're all over David Schneider, you don't think that this guy's an MLB player. What are your thoughts on IKF? This guy has been an MLB player for 5, 6, 7 years now. Has never really put up good numbers. What are we thinking right there?
Yeah, most of the talk is he's just a good utility player. He's a good bench guy. That's kind of it. And then maybe with more regular at-bats, he can do better. And this is Eduardo Escobar, who needs to do better to save his career. Yeah.
Got a runner on first, runner on second right now. 0-1 on Escobar. This is one of those moments, man, where, I know people say spring training doesn't matter, spring training stats don't matter, but for this guy, this moment right here does matter.
Yeah. If he pops one over the right field wall, Like, you look at it a little bit differently.
Or even if he, I mean, the coaching-wise, too. If I'm John Schneider, our big problem last year is we cannot score runners in scoring position. There's a runner in scoring position right now. How do you approach this at bat? How do you get it into play? What are you going to do?
And here's the thing, that's what we're going to miss. He's much better against lefties, and he's better on the right side of the plate, so whenever he's facing a righty, he's significantly worse.
Yes.
I wonder if you just drop it, dude. Just drop being a lefty and be a righty. Like, that's what, like, some people do at the end of their careers. You're basically there, dude. Stop being a switch hitter. Just be a righty.
It is difficult. Also, the camera has reverted back now.
Here we go.
I can't see the details of Escobar's face.
It really does look like I'm 12 beers deep.
Oh, 100%, dude. Yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah. But the thing is, it's so colorful too. So I've been taking something with my beers.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm hallucinating.
Yeah. It's a little too colorful for 12 beers in.
2-2 though. He works it to an even count.
Do you guys think the Jays off season is over? I think we're pretty much done here, dude.
Yeah.
We're pretty much done. I think that it's now the pivot you're thinking. If they're going to be additions or subtractions, it's a trade.
Yep, right side ground ball. It's going to be maybe two.
It's going to be 2.
And yep, that is a ground ball double play.
See you later.
You're done, Escobar. You're done.
Sorry, dude.
That's a big rally killer right there.
I wanted you to do well. I really did.
Me too. I was really hoping you would have a resurgence.
You still got a little bit of time left. If you have like a monstrous week, I don't know, starting tomorrow, then maybe. But I don't think so.
I wonder if you DFA this guy, like, will anybody, like, pick him up?
No one's
That's a strike there to Spencer Horwitz, who, sneakily, we thought he was guaranteed a job, but sneakily, Daniel Vogelbach, he's coming in, bro. He's really making a candidacy for that job. Spencer Horwitz, you could just put to the minors because he's got options.
What do you think about that? Do you prefer Daniel Vogelbach or Spencer Horwitz? Memes aside. Because meme-worthy stuff, obviously it's Danny Burgers.
I want Horwitz because you can build him for the future. However, as the pitch comes there, rip to the left side, that's going to be a caught liner right at the third baseman. That's unfortunate.
Tough. All right, 1-1, folks, after 1.5 innings.
It's tough, though. Like, Horwitz, because he is so young, you almost want him to get more playing time so that when you do, like, if Vladdy's situation turns over, who's your first baseman? Is it going to be Spencer Horwitz? Is it going to be someone else? Like, do you want to kind of wait 2 years in the minors, we get full playing time, or do you want him sitting on the bench, not getting as much playing time, waiting for a starting job? You know what I mean? It all depends on how you want to handle it. How do you want to grow him? If you feel like he's still got room to grow, then you put him in the minors and you wait your opportunity. And you have someone like Danny Burgers come up where you don't really care if he sits on the bench because he'll be gone next year.
Well, we heard firsthand from Addison Barger, a friend to Spencer Horwitz, he believes that this guy is MLB ready. And if anybody is, from all that prospect system going to make it to the MLB, he said this is the guy that deserves to do it. And, Addison Barger, like he says it, I take his word, to mean something. So I think that I would prefer to see him in the MLB just because it feels like we kind of know what Danny Burgers is. That being said, though, Danny Burgers, like, I wouldn't be shocked to see, Danny somehow come out here and bat like 205, but, hit like 35 bombs or something like that.
Depending on how much playing time he gets.
Depending on playing time.
Because that's kind of where I'm basing my whole decision is like how much playing time is Spencer Horwitz going to get when you've got in that DH spot Justin Turner and you have all those outfielders full. They're going to need to get days off there too, especially George Springer and maybe Kevin Kiermaier. So like, how much playing time are you really going to get? That's the thing.
I would bet, like, realistically, I think that he probably ends up with, anywhere from 4 to 8 at-bats a week.
Yeah, that's it, right?
That would be what it is.
And, like, that's just, like, not enough at-bats to, like, see a full, like, potential of what you are.
Basically, like, 1 to 2 games.
Yeah,
you
literally.
play 1 or 2 games
literally. So, and I'm okay with putting Danny Burgers in that spot.
Yeah.
But maybe not for the future of Horwitz and this team.
First pitch is going to be a ball right there on Kennedy from Francis. 17 pitches in. Loaded the bases up with no outs, but only gave up 1 run in the first. 1-0.
Come on, Francis. That one swung on and missed. Heater upstairs. Let's have a better inning here. It's the bottom part of the lineup, 7, 8, 9. So this should be easy.
Norm, good evening from Saskatoon, boys and chat. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thank you, Norm.
Let's go.
Little whiskey emojis there too. Shout out.
Oh, I gotta get my. Oh, I haven't made my coffee. I'll be right back, everybody.
What the frick?
Oh, what the hell?
2-1 right now on Kennedy. Francis at 20 pitches. They said for sure that he's going to go 4 innings. He's at 20 pitches right now. Effectively just through 1, so wonder what his pitch count is going to look like after 4. 3-1 right now. Don't walk him. I'm off to see some Shakespeare. Have a great evening. Oh, shout out Katie. That's awesome. So cultured. Hope it's not Shakespeare in the Park because it is not warm enough to be doing Shakespeare in the Park. That one's going to be cranked right over the second baseman's head. Tried to make the leap and grab for it. Incapable. And you got a single right there. So Francis, so far, ineffective to start this game. And now Young coming up.
Ooh, getting hit hard.
Danielle says, I'm saving the drinking for tomorrow's stream. Yeah, you know, the funny thing about doing this full time is been drinking a lot more. Although I haven't been necessarily binge drinking that much. Just been, it's like I've been spreading it out throughout the whole week. So, 1-0 right now on Young.
It's like we have so much time, like.
Of course I'm going to have a couple.
What did I always do with my time off when I had 2 jobs? I would have a drink. Or I'd be too tired to drink.
Oh, that was the worst.
You know? That's the worst.
1-0.
Now I've got energy. So
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go. Let's go raid some planets and Helldivers. 2-0 to Young. What is going on here, everybody?
Nick, answer Jays fan's question. Jays fan, what did Jays fan say? The Jays should trade Justin Turner and sign
Oh my god.
JD Martinez instead. Whoa, we're moving pieces around. We're moving stuff. Listen.
Can you imagine actually that happening? Go ahead, say your thing. I'm just.
I am all for that. Like, I'm literally all for that. Even though I love Justin Turner. I mean, Justin Turner, I feel like is going to be a phenomenal player, and just clubhouse-wise, I think he's great. So trading him away would kind of suck. But JD Martinez, obviously phenomenal. That's never going to happen, though. Never going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. It was 2-1 from Bowden. That one's ripped foul, 2-2. Like, you bring this guy on, you start promoting him, hype him up to your fans, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
Whoa. It wouldn't happen.
Top 100 prospects according to MLB Pipeline. Detroit Tigers got a couple. A lot of them in the top 25 right there. 3 guys in the top 25. That's exciting for Detroit Tigers fans. You got an outfielder, you got an infielder, you got a pitcher. That's pretty much, you couldn't ask for more than that.
This is the Tigers team. This is where the hype is coming from. Like, yeah, they had the Torkelson and the Riley Green first
They had that
wave,
you know.
and now this is the next wave, and this is what's exciting. Full count now on Young. Can Bowden get him out? No outs right now.
Yeah, we're almost at 30 pitches right now, so you gotta, and that one.
Strike 3! And the throw is a little bit high, but we do get a stolen bag. 1 out, and runner advances to second.
I'll be honest, folks, I'm pretty sure that was inside, but we will take that call.
Absolutely.
Now, I did post a video out just yesterday, actually, looking at 3 trade candidates for the Toronto Blue Jays. I encourage you guys to go give it a watch if you haven't already done so, folks. So go check that out, because I break down 2 other guys in there. But the one that I said that was contentious right at the end was Justin Turner. And the reasoning behind that, because I don't think that they're going to trade him anytime soon. It's not going to be one of those dudes that you ship off or anything. But if the Toronto Blue Jays are in a situation come trade deadline where, hey, we're not looking so good, the pathway to playoffs, it does not look clear at all, maybe we're dealing with some injuries, then I think automatically Justin Turner becomes one of your best trade chips with that 1 year left and considering the veteranness and everything like that. So
1-on-1 Bowden misses badly there. The only way I can see that happening is if things go wrong fast for the Jays. Like, Vladdy's down for months.
Well, we got to be kind of out of it, you know.
We lose like 3 starting pitchers, and it's like there's not a chance, and it's like, all right, well, now the direction of our franchise is just like we're selling.
If we were, what would be the number? Like if we were like 10 games out of a playoff spot come trade deadline, then I think the conversation about selling starts to happen.
I think it'd have to be even more. To sell, like I get it, like, I hear your point, because Justin Turner's a 1-year deal.
He's a 1-year guy. He's a
Right?
1-year guy. It's
Then
not selling Bo, it's not selling Vlad.
Yeah.
It's a 1-year dude.
But it's like, selling him effectively is like we're giving up now, and that's a tough pill to swallow, I think. So it'd have to be like so bad where it's like there's not a shot. And then in my mind, at least.
Yeah. Tough to know, folks. We will see. 1 and 2 deals. That one is going to be cranked pretty hard. Is it going to go all the way? No, it's not. Going to be caught by Dalton Varsho out there in the outfield.
You'll
That's
run.
going to be 2 down.
And big shadow here to Michael.
Yo!
Pisco. Saying, keep it up, guys. Love the channel. Go, Jays, go.
$27.99 dono right there.
Go.
Big one coming in from Mikey.
Yo.
Shout out, dude. W's in the chat.
Definitely W's. Yo, I swear we had started off like our last stream with the Michael G and a Michael P.
Wow.
Back-to-back, the Michaels.
No kidding. Thank you very much, Michael. That is much appreciated, man. Just stick around for regular season, dude. This is nothing. Runner at second. Francis Eels. I feel like we are going high a lot here. The release point isn't necessarily where you want it to be. Just from this out. So far.
Yeah, we're missing the spots with the curveball. It was working a little bit in the first, but now we're losing a bit. Then maybe we're getting a little bit fatigued. 1-0. That one high but misses. 2-0. Come on, Bowden. Gotta get out of this one. He's definitely getting his work in. That's for sure. I really hope I'm wrong, but I'm seeing 83 wins for Jays this season, saying Craig Canning. I really hope you're wrong too, Craig. That's a big swing and a miss. 2-1. God, that would just hurt me too much.
Yeah, 83 kind of like 83 really sucks, you know, because it's almost one of those situations where, like, if you're gonna be bad, I almost want you to be so bad, so then we can really confidently sell, and we can plan, and we can think about next year.
Yeah, but if you're like on the pace for 83 wins at deadline, you're not selling.
You're not selling. You're not buying. You're just there.
You're getting
and then you walk into the offseason and you're like, what are we? We don't know. Do the guys get extended? We don't know. Like
2-2 on Meadows. That one's fouled away. 95 in on the hand. It's got a little flame graphic for that. Heat.
Yeah, Francis's velo is very nice right now, and I feel like he is growing as a player, as an athlete, because last year he was averaging 94 on the fastball. He's already there. He's already doing more than that. So you got to anticipate, if this guy is playing regularly, come June, come July, we might be hitting 97 on the radar gun.
That one misses. 3-2. Another full count. Oh, boy.
Have the Jays taken a step back this year, guys? Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I mean, we did the math. They have lost 6 WAR in the offseason. Just from season to season, when you compare all the players, that's a big strikeout right there. Get them out of the inning. When you compare all the players from last year to this year, just looking at their last year numbers, they have lost 6 WAR. So that's a thing. That's also not factoring in the Dalton Varsho bounce back, the Alek Manoah bounce back, hopefully, you know. The Yariel Rodriguez impact when that happens.
Effectively, on paper, you can argue pretty well that, yes, they did take a step back on paper. We got to see if they actually do it. The only answer will be in September.
And listen, on paper, people were talking about us as a top 5 team in the MLB for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That never happened.
Yeah.
So sometimes the on-paper statistics and analysis is bullshit.
Never means anything.
Not really. Not really.
No.
You know? On paper, the San Diego Padres were supposed to win the World Series last year.
Yeah. Same with the Mets.
On paper. Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Poof.
That's why the Dodgers aren't going anywhere this year. It's on paper. Their paper's real expensive. It's like $1 billion. But on paper, they ain't doing it. They ain't doing it.
So, listen, man, it's tough. I mean, I truly wouldn't be shocked about anything that happens this year. Actually, that's not true. I'd be shocked if the Jays come out and put up like 96, 97 wins. That would shock me. And I'd also be shocked if we were so bad that we're looking at 75. But legitimately, like, anywhere between, like, that range, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Below 500, I'm shocked. Over 90. I think even 94, I'd be kind of shocked. 94 is pretty high. We've never done that with this team.
No, that's like the ceiling of ceilings for me. Like I don't want to say I'd be very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I enter the shock range at like high 90s.
Yeah,
I'm
like
what
95,
the
96.
fuck happened?
Yeah.
You know, like,
we were in the AL East.
Yeah,
what
this
the
was
hell?
not expected.
George Springer will be leading off the top of the third for the Toronto Blue Jays. 1-1 is your score, and he swings at a breaking ball away in George Springer style, wincing a little, twisting the back, feeling if it's still got feelings.
It's tough, man. The last like 3 days, my back's actually been really hurting me too. Like,
I hear you.
I got these back problems, everybody. I've had these back problems. I can pinpoint the moment in my entire life. I can pinpoint it. I was playing rep soccer. I go in for a slide tackle. I think I was like 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that. I go in for a slide tackle. I take the guy out. I stand up. Boom. I feel it. It's horrible. It's pain. The most pain I've ever felt in my life in my back. Ever since that moment, I have had back problems.
Wow.
And it's the same feeling every time.
Yeah. That's like me, but for baseball, when I twist, like I have a rib cage that gets locked, and all the muscles want to grab it, and that's that pain where it all gets tight.
Yeah.
And it's, same thing. It feels like I just swung really hard, and I'm like George Springer. I'm like, ah.
Yeah. No, it's a real thing, man. And like, I don't know, like there are certain exercises I can do that will help it. And it's one of those things where like, I don't necessarily feel terrible all the time.
Yeah.
But there'll be flare-ups where it happens where like I do a certain movement or I sleep weird, or I do something. And then for the next like 4 days, I'm like,
yeah.
Like I'm like just owie. Like it's terrible. So it sucks getting older, guys. I mean, I don't have to. I'm sure there's people in chat that I don't need to tell that. But.
Yeah, I know, right? That one just misses to George Springer. The count is now full.
Let's get on base, big man.
Yeah.
Let's get on base. Come on.
3-2. Full count.
Do a little work. Do a little leadoff man work.
And he rips one left side. That is going to be a fair ball
He's getting
and
on
a
base.
base
He's
hit.
getting on base.
Let's go. George Springer with his first spring training base hit.
Let's go, baby. We need some more of that. We need some more of that.
Definitely.
In your 20s, eek. Yeah, I know. It's It's gonna be tough. I got to do more stretching. I got to do more like strengthening exercises for those muscles that cause me problems. You know, I don't spend enough time doing that.
All right, base runner on. We've got MVP Bichette. This one's hit to left side. Base hit.
Base knock. Runner on first, runner on second.
Oh, George is going third.
George is saying, I'm still young, I'm still spry. I don't know what pain you're talking about, baby. I'm at third fucking base.
You know, George Springer reminds me a lot in the mentality that Josh Donaldson had. Very different players, but I was listening to Josh Donaldson speak saying, look, I play my game at 100%, and the moment I can't play my game at 100% is why I decided to retire. Because his body started giving out. So I think it's the same thing is going to go with George.
Great transition there. Just a quick shout-out, obviously, to the bringer of rain, man.
Yes,
I mean, phenomenal career, MVP, multiple All-Stars, great moments and great memories. He is retired, and it is well-deserved. Enjoy the golf course.
Exactly. Danny Vogelbach.
2.
Going to be 2, but a run will come home. No RBI for Danny Burgers, but a run on the board for the Toronto Blue Jays. 2-1, baby.
2-1.
All right. That's such a Toronto Blue Jay way to score a run.
For real, dude. For real. It's improvement, though.
Yeah, we're getting him home. I mean, this is Danny Burgers. He hits on the ground.
Well, Danny Burgers is, I would argue, maybe the only other player that's more of a surefire double play than some of the other Toronto Blue Jay players we have on the team.
Dirty hands. That's in for a strike.
Which one of you fellers is the real Dirty Dan?
I am?
0-1 on Dirty Hands Jansen. J-Man saying 3-8. Come on, Jay's brutal record so far. Look, again, folks, I fully understand that spring training stats mean nothing and wins don't mean anything.
I don't know. Earlier today, you seemed like you were pretty strong about that.
Yeah, funny clip coming out either tomorrow or on the weekend. I haven't figured out when we're posting it yet, but very soon, guys. Funny clip coming out that we filmed today. But either way, 3-8. I would like it to be a bit better than that, you know.
You hope so, especially now. Like we're actually starting to play our regulars.
That's the thing, you know. Like it's one thing when you're playing the Eduardo Escobars and the, Nathan Lucases of the world and whoever else, but
you'd like to see this, which is in right there for a strike, 2-2 to Dirty Hands. The problem with the Blue Jays last year is we never were able to get up early, especially in the first inning. And even in the spring training game, you're going to roll out your guys for 2 or 3 innings, and you want to see, like, hey, are we able to jump on these guys early? It is spring, obviously, blah, 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 blah. But you still want to see the game plan. That's a check swing foul. You still want to see, like, we're stringing hits together. We're trying to do something. They're not just here, like, effing off. They're here with an actual game plan to play baseball. So let's say it.
Man, I will never take for granted that 2021 offense that we had again.
Oh, never.
I thought, and I mistakenly thought that this was going to be the beginning of, a 5-year stretch of offensive dominance for the Toronto Blue Jays. It was like, oh, wow, like, Vlad's going crazy, and Bo's going crazy, and okay, well, we're losing Semien, but then the thing was, well, we're going to get Matt Chapman in, and then he's going to do that. He's going to do the Semien role now. And
yeah.
Fuck.
Nope, never happened. Dirty Hands, 2-2. 2 outs here in the third. He definitely went there. What? He did not? That's shocking. That's shocking to me.
That's a weird one there. That's a weird one. And I feel like I could never really fully enjoy that season of offense. Obviously I did.
Yeah.
But we were never actually, like, dominating in the win column all year.
It's
like
the pitching, man. Because, like, this one's popped up.
Yeah, it's going to be an out.
All right, well, we got another run there, folks. 2-1 Blue Jays going into the bottom of the third. Yeah, but I hear you because we had to score those runs. We had to put up all that thunder and power to win games.
Yeah.
Whereas now, we just need, like, half of that. Can you just give me, like, half of that offensive power, and we'll win more games.
And it's so frustrating. Like, I much prefer watching the other version where our pitchers stink, but our offense is good.
I agree.
Because at least that, it's like, you feel like you're capable. You feel like you're making progress. You're doing something when you're scoring runs. This, it's just, like, mind-numbing. Like,
look.
We're 1 run away, guys.
We all know the real problem here, and it's the runners in scoring position, because when you look at the Baltimore's offense, you looked at our offense, they're very similar, just across-the-board numbers. But when you looked at the runners' scoring position, they were third. I think we were, like, bottom 10 tier.
Yeah, no.
And so, like, that's clearly the big difference. If we were just top 12 in runners' scoring position, I think we have a exceptionally good team.
Well, that's the thing. All of our offensive numbers that we put up last year to finish where we were happened when nobody was on base.
Yep.
When anyone got on base, we were terrible.
Yep.
Baltimore was just good enough in the sense that their offensive numbers were stretched out, where it's, nobody's on base, people are on base, doesn't matter. We're still hitting, we're still doing what we do, and we're scoring runs, and obviously then our bullpen's all incredible too. And that was the thing.
The whole conversation at camp right now is that they need to focus on stringing hits together. That's like been the conversation around the cages. How can we string hits together? How can we keep rallies going? Like, if I've got a runner in second with nobody out, like, I need to now think about hitting the ground ball on the right side of the diamond to get him over to third for a better opportunity. And maybe I run into one and I get a base hit. But, like, that's Donnie baseball right there. That's supposed to be the influence that he's having on this team. It's just a different approach. Not, I need to get my individual stats up because I'm a young player and I want to prove something. No, it needs to be, how can I help my team win today? That's the difference.
I want 2-run. I want 3-run innings again, man.
Yes.
I missed that. Like,
give me a run in, like, a run an inning. That's
or
the mentality.
That would be great.
Small ball.
Too.
Give me a run an inning, man. Give me a run an inning.
If you could score 9 a game, we will win the World Series. So I promise you that.
All right. Bowden Francis still on the mound here for his 3rd inning of work. And we've got Riley Green, who's 1 for 1. And he deals. Swing and a miss.
Miscue Coffee says, holy shit, the announcers are still talking about the double play. Let it go. We can't really hear what it is that they're saying, folks, because we have to have the volume relatively low to be doing our thing. But, let's stay in Vogelbach. Come on.
Yeah.
What do you expect is going to happen here?
For real. 0-2 on Riley Green.
Also, folks, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button, guys. We are almost halfway to 69. Whoever number 69 is would be, or your name will go up on the board. That is going to be a ground ball out.
Easy.
1 gone. like a quick inning here from Francis, considering the pitch count, 43 right now.
I would love that. He's been getting into a lot of jams recently.
Do you think we should look into Snell? Well, at this rate, you look into him. You look into anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're actually going to do it. I don't think they're going to bite, because then, I mean, like, what are we doing? Are we trading Yusei Kikuchi? Are we trading Alec Manoah at that point? Like, what are we doing with our pitching staff? And also, too, like, the salary and everything.
This is hit to right, but George is going to make the catch. 2 outs. Very quick.
But, I mean, you're also talking about the Cy Young, so you look into him.
You
look into him.
Yeah. Like, if it means with a full... Because there will be injuries. With a full healthy rotation, you send Alec Manoah to the minors. Like,
whatever. Yeah.
Shout out to Ian, who just subscribed. Let's go. W's in the chat for Ian, our new subscriber.
Chat for Ian, everybody. Mark Canna back up at the dish again, bottom of the third. Canna hit by a pitch in the first by Bowden Francis. That one is drilled. Foul.
Wow. Yeah, Mark Canna's a good player. He'll give you good at-bats. You know, I think that's what they're missing. I mean, we forget that they have Javier Baez on this team.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Like, this guy projected it was supposed to be their 7-hitter. Like, imagine if that guy could give you anything.
Baez?
Yeah. On top of all these top prospects coming up, Mark Canna they added, compliment the team. That would be a difference maker for them.
You think Baez is or what would you say is the worst contract in baseball? Baez has got to be up there.
That's a strike right there. Currently, you mean, like currently?
Yeah, currently.
Baez definitely up there.
0-2 on Canna, by the way. I'll throw one into the mix. Because I was looking into him the other day. Chris Bryant's up there.
Oh, Chris Bryant's definitely up there.
182.
Definitely.
182 is how much he got paid.
100%.
Since he went to Colorado, it's been injury and poor performance.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's up there.
100%. Yeah, looking around. Because I'm thinking about nine-figure contract guys.
Yeah.
You know, because
any can't be the worst in baseball if we're not spending that much money.
Yeah, exactly. That's strike 3.
Goodbye.
Hey, nice inning there from Bowden
3 up,
Francis.
3 down from Francis. Pretty efficient. He will assuredly go into the fourth.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I think those are probably the guys. Baez and 2 former Cubs. Baez and Bryant.
Yeah, those feel like the dudes for sure. I'm trying to think of any pitchers around the league right now who... Corbin's contract has been terrible.
It's been terrible.
And it's going to continue to be terrible.
Did they rework Strasburg's contract at all? Like, I forget, because that's also like...
What the hell even happened?
I think he retired. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what happened this
They just got paid and retired.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that you joke about with your buddies. You don't actually do it. I guess when you get into it as much as he does, it's like...
Yeah.
Oh... Good shout.
Rodon.
Good shout.
I think. Rendon. Oh,
yeah.
That's easily the worst.
Good shout.
That's easily because he's like $200 million, right?
He's a lot of money.
Or is he $300 million?
I don't think he's quite 300.
He's 200.
I think he's mid 200.
That's easily the one. No debate there. That guy doesn't even want to play baseball. He literally doesn't care about baseball.
This guy had a solid career, then put up one phenomenal like MVP-like season.
Yeah.
Got paid. Fell off the face of the planet.
Never competed.
Just legitimately, did not give a shit about baseball after that.
You saw the quote of him being like, "This is just a job to me."
Yeah, and I mean, part of me understands that.
I hear that.
Like, I get what you're saying, because at the end of the day, they do get paid for this, and this is a job for them. But I think you just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, like Trevor Plouffe on Talking Baseball Today. Was saying that exact same thing, that he's not the only one. You know, like you play a lot of baseball. Look, everyone could enjoy playing baseball, and we all love the game, and we all imagine ourselves out there. But when you're out there for essentially you only get one break in the off season, and you're back to work, and you're doing all this work and training, playing, flying. Never see your family, never see your friends. It's it can become a job.
Of course, yeah.
You know?
I mean, anyone would feel that way. I love making content for you guys. I love this stuff, but there are times where it does feel like work. It feels like a job. I mean, they feel the exact same way. So I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where when you get paid $250 million and you also suck,
Yeah.
Just don't say it.
Yeah,
You know?
like,
keep it to yourself.
Like, if it was Garrett Cole out there saying, like, yeah, it's just a job, I don't think anyone would be complaining.
No, I think everyone would be like, keep doing your job.
Yeah, focus on your work.
Yeah, you know?
But, when you're Rendon, you're batting, like, in the 600 OPS.
It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look.
Kiermaier fouls one away, 1-2. He homered in his first at-bat, promising some power, and he delivered.
We want to go yard again, KK? What do we think? Show off the pop. Show off the power.
Let's get it. That one's down low. 1-2. You see that?
Oh, I didn't see it yet, no. Looks better for sure.
Yeah, that was great.
But I think we should probably wait on it though.
Till after?
Well, I'm thinking that someone might be player of the game.
Oh, yeah, true.
So
We don't want to double do it. Yeah. All right, let's wait.
Yeah, we should have said something. I didn't think about that at the time. 2-2.
Foul away.
Top of the fourth, everybody. 2-1 is the score. Kevin Kiermaier fighting right here against Hanafi, who's 6 pitches in. Blue Jays win this game. They're 4-8 in spring training.
Whoa! And he struck out.
He is going to strike out.
It's all right.
It's too bad.
I will take a homer and strike out every other at-bat.
100%.
Kevin Kiermaier.
100%.
Okay.
Oh, Keegan Matheson is tweeting out right now saying that Bowden Francis is finished. So I guess he is done. They didn't stick with the 4 innings that they intended. Maybe his pitch count got a bit too high. But that would mean that Chad Dallas is coming in next.
Okay. That one misses inside to Dalton Varsho. 1-0. Chop some wood, Dalton. Chop some wood. Ooh, fouls that away. 1-1. So interesting, man. Like, hitting is such a player-to-player basis type of thing. Like, if someone were to tell Josh Donaldson to get on top of a baseball, he'd say, F you. Whereas, like, Dalton Varsho is saying, I can't get under a baseball. I'll pop up. I got to get on top of it. So it all depends on the hitter and your mentality.
Sure.
You know, because the way you approach the baseball, it's got to be a mental thing, not a... Because you got to think actionary. And to get the sort of desired results on him spinning on the ball. So, like, him chopping could create some backspin that he wasn't getting before. And maybe lessen the pop-ups. 2-1. That one's down low.
Overbomber asking, do you think the Jays could be waiting to make that splash for the trade deadline? I don't know necessarily if this trade deadline is going to be a big splash year. If it's possible. You never know. But I think we got to see the results from this team first. They got to put up and show that they deserve to have a big splash. Also, Dalton Varsho takes a walk right there, everybody.
Hey.
IKF coming up next. He's 1 for 1. I think Bregman is leaving Houston. That's true. Bregman will be an interesting free agency guy next year if he does end up leaving Houston.
Mm-hmm. Especially as that one's in there for a strike. If Chapman decides to opt out, he's going to be competing with Bregman for a third base contract.
Yeah, it's all got to see like who puts up this year, you know?
Yeah.
If Bregman has a really nice year, then he could get paid a pretty big contract.
Oh, yeah. That one, we're getting a stolen base from Varsho. He's going to make it.
I love it, and he
he's
might
going
go
third.
for 2 right there. Well done. That is what stealing does, you know? You end up with people making mistakes, and just like that, you got 2 free bases. More of that. More of that in the regular season, please.
Especially with Dalton Varsho, who is going to be batting in that bottom part of the lineup, and you have people like IKF up, and let's face it, like, he doesn't have a lot of power, so he's going to give you a single. If he is going to get a hit, you're going to score a run.
Dude, I brought this up to you in a podcast recently. I think it was a Bold Predictions one. Mm-hmm. And then I thought about it more, and I was like, man, if Dalton Varsho could actually be pretty good at baseball, I would not hate having him in the 2-hole in the lineup, you know? Because I do think, like, the stolen bag...
Look, that's going to be a run.
Yeah, that's going to be a run right there.
Easy. 3-1 Blue Jays with the legs. Look, that would have been out at first. Dalton Varsho goes to second if he didn't steal.
Correct.
2 out.
Now it's 3-1.
Or 1 out.
Now it's 3-1. Well done, everybody. Well done, Dalton Varsho. Well done, IKF. Well done, everyone there. Yeah, Dalton Varsho runs the bases great.
Yeah, like if he stole at least 30 bases this year,
that'd be phenomenal.
Like that WAR, and like my hot take was like, you know, we're not even factoring in like the stolen base, like that kind of WAR that could be generated.
Yeah.
You know, like if he does what he does defensively, which he will, if he gets what he did offensively back in Arizona and then stole a lot of bases, like he actually could be a 6 WAR player.
You're sure he could,
you know?
Yeah.
In a full season. All right, Escobar still hitless this spring. Takes one down the middle for strike 1. Don't know what he's in his head.
Yeah. No, I mean it's got to be tough for this guy if you're this guy. Like, I mean Escobar's had some good seasons in the past. There's no denying it. But it's clear that he's kind of past his prime. Yeah. He's a little bit slower now. It's not coming as easy.
Ooh. Oh, we're doing a little pick off the first, and IKF gets back safely.
And then also, too, I mean, he knows that, hey, if I don't put up right now, I am going to be out of a job.
Console Cowboy saying 69. Console Cowboy.
Let's go.
You got it.
W's in the chat for Console Cowboy. 1-1 on Escobar, top of the 4th. Hannafy. 17 pitches in. Deals. That one's outside. Gonna go for another steal.
And we got it.
We're gonna get it again.
Let's go, baby.
And that is what I like to see, everybody. I tweeted something out the other day that they are starting to do this a little bit more in spring training, and I want to see this.
More.
Last year, 22nd in stolen bases in the whole league, 22nd with 99, but tied for 6th. Tied for 6th in the MLB with caught stealing. So we were 1, we didn't steal enough, and then 2, when we were stealing, we were shit. We need to get better all across the board. And there's Escobar coming up with a base knock.
Gonna be...
Oh, yeah!
That's an RBI. Young outfielders messing up a little bit right here. That's gonna be an RBI triple.
Triple from Eduardo Escobar. First knock of spring training. I think so, everyone. 5-1 Toronto Blue Jays.
Or 4-1.
4-1. Well, they had it at 5-1 for a second.
Oh, no, they messed up.
All right, 4-1 Toronto Blue Jays.
Wow. Okay, good
and
job.
Think about how much of that was generated from stealing some bags. You love it. You absolutely love it.
The threat on the base paths is
it's
very underrated.
It's a real thing, man.
It is
a real thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing with you going back to like they need to steal better bases. That one's ripped to the right side. So much action. They're gonna cut the runner out at home. Escobar gets hung up, and he's gone. 2 outs.
That's tough. Buddy. Yeah. That's tough.
He can't run the bases.
No. You do a great thing, and then that happens. That's tough.
Rip. But yeah, like they need to steal better. But like they don't have many base stealers other than Varsho, Bo. Bichette needs to get the legs back on him. I don't know why he stopped. Springer, how much are we going to get? He did get, 20 last year? But, how much can you...
20 last year?
I think he did, yeah. I don't know how much you're going to get from him. And then, speaking of base stealers, you lost your best base stealer in Whit Merrifield last year. Yeah. So, other guys need to step up. And here's George. That one's high.
Okay, well, let's do some quick math right now. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Let me pull up some references.
Sure, yeah. Let's be conservative here. Okay? Last year, the Toronto Blue Jays stole 99 bases. Mm-hmm. The number 1 team was the Cincinnati Reds. They stole 190 bases. Mm-hmm. So more than double the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm not saying that we need to do that, because that's a lot, and that was one of their big strengths. But if George Springer steals 10, okay, George Springer steals 10, Bo Bichette steals 20, you got 30 right there.
Yeah.
Maybe Guerrero gets a little sneaky. Maybe he steals 6. Okay.
Yeah, last year he stole 5.
Last year he stole 5. Yeah. So Guerrero steals 6. Now you're at 36 stolen bags right there from those top 3 guys.
Yeah, Bichette only stole 5.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. He needs to be a 20 guy.
That's not enough.
He needs to steal more.
Bichette needs to steal 20.
Yeah.
Also, George Springer up to dish right now, 2-0. That one's going to be outside 3-0. Hannafy kind of missing right now.
Yeah, realistically, get 10 to 15 from George. Varsho still 16. Double that. Give me 30. Give me 30.
I want him to go nuclear with it.
Here's the thing: he got caught stealing 7 times.
So
it was him. He
too
was
many
part of the
times.
factor. Like if he's gonna get caught 7 times and you send him 23 times, he gets caught 7. That's just too high of a risk.
No, dude, that's legitimately like 1/3 of the time you're getting and out.
Yeah.
Also, I think George Springer is going to take a walk right here, but is he getting taken out of the game? I think they were debating that.
And then we're going to get a pitching change here. This guy was getting beat up.
Yeah, he was all over the place, everybody. Toronto Blue Jays were on him. It's 4-1, top of the 4th, 2 outs, runner on first, runner on second. Pitching change happening right now.
All right.
Yeah, Dalton Varsho's got to steal more. He's got to not get caught stealing a whole lot. I would love to see Kevin Kiermaier down there in the 9th spot. How many did he steal last year?
He got 14.
14.
And he only got caught once.
He needs
to steal more.
He was good. Give me 20.
Give me 20.
Give me 20. Kevin Biggio, if are you going to be playing with us regularly?
Yeah,
you going to be playing baseball?
Biggio only went 7 times and stole 5.
You're going to be playing baseball with us. I want to see 10 to 15. I want to see 10 to 15.
Turn those walks into stolen bases, Bichette.
What about Schneider? Did he steal it all? David Schneider?
He only had 1. He wasn't really.
He was, but he only played in 35 games.
But like, I don't think he's not a stealing base threat kind of guy. But yeah, like the real threats are not threats, but like guys that could do it. Give me 20. It's like Bichette can give you 20, Bichette can give you 20, Dalton Varsho can give you 30. George can give you like 15. Like that's kind of.
Could IKF give us anything?
That's the thing. Let's look at IKF.
He stole one today.
Let's see what Isaiah kind of Falefa.
He gonna do anything with us?
Let's see what he did last year.
Give me a little sneaky stealing bases.
He stole 14. He actually stole less last year than in 2022. Granted, he had way more plate appearances. He had almost double in 2022.
Wow, that makes sense.
So
if
give me
he gets the playing
20.
time, dude. If
Give
he
me
gets
20.
the playing time, he could get 30. He could get 30 if he gets the playing time.
Yeah, if we're really sending it, yeah, because he got 113 games, 361 plate appearances. So
all right, well, you'd have to do something.
You get at least 20. Give me 20.
Yeah, you can get 20. So we get 20 from IKF.
20 from IKF.
20 from Bo.
20 from Bo.
Let's say 5 from Vlad. That's 45. 10 from Springer. 55. 30 from Varsho.
85. And then give me like 10 from Biggio. I don't know how much he's getting on base though. Give me 15. Give me 100. That's 100.
I would like to. Okay, that's actually not that much. We need more than that.
we don't have much. We don't have many other guys.
I would like the Toronto Blue Jays to get up to 150 stolen bases this year.
Oh, I don't think that's possible.
They were Well, listen, they were 99 last year. Add some way in. We barely did it.
Yeah,
we got caught stealing a shitload.
Yeah, and we also lost like 26 stolen bags in Whit Merrifield. So yeah,
Biggio barely played with us. Let's get Biggio up. Let's send Dalton Varsho more and have him not get caught. Let's send Bichette more. Why is he not stealing? Let's send him more.
Probably because he's in front of Vladdy and they didn't want to run into outs. But I want that to change.
But that's the thing. Yeah, the Cincinnati Reds were not a good baseball team, and then they started stealing bases.
Benjamin St. Kirk, 35. I think Kirk had 1, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he might have had 1.
Yeah.
2-1 right now on Biggio.
Yeah, Kirk. Oh no, Kirk had 0. What am I saying? Biggio fouls that away. Oh, MVP Biggio. Let's go, Calvin. Yeah, 20 from Kiermaier. Oh yeah, we forgot 20 from Kiermaier. There you go. So that would be 120, at least from those core guys that we're projecting.
I want more than last year. I would like to become a top 15 team in stolen bases rather than a bottom 10 team. Let's not get caught. And let's face it. If we cut the getting caught in half, we got caught 34 times last year. You cut that in half. I mean, that's asking something.
That's asking, yeah.
But let's play better and take our opportunities better.
Mm-hmm.
There's an additional 10 or 15 right there.
Got 2-2 on Biggio. That's down in the dirt. Yeah, here's another kind of, interesting stat. We're actually a top 6 team in age, average age now. We're actually not a young team anymore.
Sorry, top what?
We're the 6th oldest team in baseball on average age.
It's the pitchers.
It's the pitchers, yeah. That one's drilled to center. That's going back deep.
Pretty hard.
But it's going to be caught by the left fielder, and that's the end of the inning. Yeah, it's mostly the pitchers. But, kind of put it in perspective, I was like, holy shit. We used to be one of the youngest.
Yeah.
Now we're one of the oldest.
Well, we signed a lot of guys who are older.
Yep.
Springer's older, Gosman's older, Bassett's older.
Yep. Kiermaier's older.
Yeah, Kiermaier's older. Bruce is getting older.
Yeah.
Yusei Kikuchi, older.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you bring
And
on
then
Turner.
And then the thing is, too, is that we haven't really added any youth either.
No.
We kind of we brought our guys up, and then that was just it, And I think a lot of people are wondering, like, okay, like, we got these prospects. When are they going to come?
Yeah, like, the youngest player on the Toronto Blue Jays is Alejandro Kirk at 24 years old. It's Kirk, Schneider, Guerrero, all at 24. That's our youth. You know?
Victoria, how do you guys keep up your energy now that you're doing so many live streams? Right here, honey, right here. Right here.
Right, so we haven't live streamed actually in like a week. Spring training.
Yeah, we haven't done a game in a little while.
But this one's going pretty good. We got 121 of y'all in here. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button and also smash the subscribe button, like a few of you guys have tonight, and your name might pop up right here, and you'll be on the stream. And also, yeah, if you are subscribing, help us get to that next goal, which is 23.4K subscribers. Want to get to 24K by opening day.
That'd be great.
Which is in 3 weeks. So let's get subscribing. Smash. I just hope this. I just hope that this season, the word is blocked, is more fun. That's all the cowboy wants. That's for real, console cowboy.
Wants, yeah.
That's the thing. Last year, Nick and I were talking, we're reminiscing on the postseason games and the wild card series. Watching the Seattle Mariners wild card series, a lot of fun. Emotionally, a roller coaster, but a lot of fun. What the hell did we watch in Minnesota last year? It was boring. It wasn't exciting. It was stressful. It made you rip your hair out. Yeah. Not fun.
Well, I think that literally, like, last year in general, I don't really look back at last year very fondly.
No, I didn't like. It was not an entertaining year.
What can we take away from that? That's like fun and exciting.
We had really great pitching, but that's obviously not fun. No. Also, Bowden's still in the game. Looks like he's going to get that fourth inning after all. 0-2 on Colton Keith. Yeah, 2022 was fun. 2021 was fun.
100%.
2021 was probably the most fun I've ever had.
2021 was the most fun, and that's why it's the most disappointing, because I don't know how you do all that stuff and you don't make playoffs. This one is going to be caught by Kevin Kiermaier right there in center field. Well done. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I look back, because also we're going to be dropping a trailer soon, everybody, of Season 5 for Blue Jays today, so be on the lookout. It's pretty hilarious. I was looking at the past trailers and seeing the vibes and stuff, and I watched the 2021 one, and or the one right after the 2021 season, and it was all fun. We just signed Kevin Gausman. We were so close. We didn't make playoffs, but we're growing. We're getting better, and all. We're just so excited. And then from there on, every trailer was kind of more and more morbid.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Jid just watched the Seattle wildcard game 2 last night. Gonna watch the Ohtani plane stream tonight to go to sleep.
Bro, I actually we threw a little party to celebrate our quitting of our jobs, and I printed out a bunch of thumbnails, and those are 2 thumbnails that I printed out, and I put them up on my dresser because I wanted to remember the most emotionally roller coaster videos that we've ever done, and those 2 are, in my mind, the most roller coaster. And then I have the George Springer signing, because that was biggest video we had at the time, and also the beginning of a new wave, and it was what? So but those 2.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad about this on the earlier this week, and deals.
Hey, nice strikeout, 2 gone.
He brought up that stream, and he put it perfectly to say that felt to him as a viewer, and he didn't watch the full 8 hours of it. He was tuning in.
Oh, the Ohtani, yeah.
But he said that stream as a whole felt like a full Shakespearean drama. Where, it looks it really does look like Romeo and Juliet are gonna run away together and get it done, and then it all
a tragedy. Real quick, Bowden is coming out of the game. He goes 3 2/3. Looked amazing. Okay. You guys start off rocky, but then ended up looking pretty good. You gotta love it. Actually, I'll make a little tweet on that.
Is the Ohtani stream available to watch?
Yep.
It's still there.
Yeah.
If you go to our live streams and then you click popular, it will be right there at the top. And is this Chad Dallas? I don't know.
I don't know. Did he I think this is Brash, and then they're going to give it to Dallas after.
Give it to Dallas? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do a little thing.
Getting ready to go. 63. 125 people watching. Haven't already done so, please hit that like and smash that subscribe button. The Otani stream was epic. I really hope we get some moments like that this year, folks. I mean, I hope that they don't end the way that thing ended, obviously. But I love a crazy trade deadline stream.
Oh, yeah.
I love a few crazy playoff streams. I love an awesome opening day stream. You know, those are always like the big milestones for us. They really go crazy.
Yeah, opening day is going to be so great. Kenta Maeda got beat up today, and that was their signing this offseason. They're trying to help that rotation.
Katie says, speaking of Shakespeare, I'm at the theater. Curtain in 10 minutes, so I thought I'd check in.
Hey!
What are you watching, Katie? Which play? All right, folks. Bash in right now. Or Bash, excuse me. Against Kennedy. 2 outs. Just trying to finish the 4th here. That one's in there for a strike. Are you doing a Canada Day stream? You know, we should. There's a big stream on Canada. I mean, I know that a lot of people, like it feels like baseball is like a Canada Day thing. So, yeah. 0-1. Deals. That one's outside. Shelly with the $5 dono.
Hey!
Love the Blue Jays Today channel. Go Jays, go. Thank you very much. W's in the chat for Shelly. Let me toss your name up on the board real quick. Wall of MVPs. Thank you for donating. We appreciate it.
Love it. Kennedy now, 1-1. 2 outs here for Bash, who's got to finish this inning. That one's way outside.
As You Like It. I've never read that one, Katie. I've obviously heard good things, as people have talked, about Shakespeare, saying a lot of good things about literally everything he's done. But As You Like It is one of the few ones that I'm not familiar with, and I'm familiar with a lot of them. I mean, keep in mind, I went to university for acting school, so that was a whole thing that we did. But As You Like It's one of the few that I don't know a whole lot about. 2-2 on Kennedy.
Oh!
2 outs. Come on. Get him done. That's a little high right there. Full count. Man, they still haven't really got the cameras. There's a couple cameras out here that I've like that's an actual camera, and that looks good. But the main cameras, they just cannot figure it out.
That one is foul. Bash trying to end this inning. End it, my man. And a lot of excitement in Detroit land. I would be kind of excited too if I saw all those top prospects coming up. That one is fouled away.
It at least gives you something to cheer for, right? And I mean, like, if you were in Detroit for so many years, like, there's not a whole lot. Ever since the Miggy fall off, like, what are you cheering for right now? What are you looking at? Nothing.
Can you believe these guys had Verlander and Scherzer in their youths? Crazy.
Yeah, that's tough. Like, how did you let that go?
3-2. That one misses ball 4.
Tried to yank it in there. Couldn't do it.
Bash keeping the inning alive. Now that we have Turner and Kiner Falefa, we should be set. Say RC.
Imagine if that actually does it.
Dude, I am ready for the IKF MVP voting 8 season.
Like full series. Like, can you imagine if like both Turner and IKF are like top 10 MVP votes?
I would just be shocked. I would be all for it. It would feel like 2021 again. I'd be so shocked.
Like Isaiah Kiner-Falefa tosses up a 915 OPS with like 30 stolen bags, 30 bombs.
Oh, that's gonna be the end of the inning. Going to the 5th. But yeah, best thing with his profile type, he wouldn't hit like 30 bombs, so you'd have to have like a batting average of like 340, you know, on a base of 400, or some shit like that. I don't know. Like,
but maybe it just happens, you know.
Yeah.
He maybe puts up like a really good Ketel Marte type season, you know, like something like that. It's like we're just going crazy. High 800s OPS.
Yeah.
It's all working.
Yeah.
They're all falling.
Yeah. MVP IKM. Bro, I'm so ready, man. That's the thing. It's a new year, man, and we always talk, like, all of us, not just us, everybody. Like, everybody in this chat can agree. We all talk about our opinions and what we think's gonna happen and what's the right move. But we don't really know it until we see it. Like, really have no clue. And there could be a story out there that we just do not see, and it will shock us.
Let me put it this way, everybody. Sports analysis is one of the most bullshit things in the entirety of the world.
I agree.
It's like, I almost want to say, like, I was going to relate it to, like, weather men or weather people, you know, because, like, people always say, like, they get the weather wrong. But I think it's actually worse than that.
It's way worse.
I think that these days people get the weather right, you know, a decent amount of the time.
Because they have actual science to predict it coming, whereas us, like, we have recorded stats in the past, but we have no idea what's going to happen 6 months later.
Yeah, the truth is, past performance doesn't actually indicate or have anything to do with present or future performance.
Yeah,
you know?
no idea.
Unless you are betting on Tom Brady, you have no idea, you know, and you don't actually realize that they are the Tom Bradys until like the last 3 years of their career, and then it's too late. You know?
Yeah, like, you really have no idea. Like, everybody, and look, they're showing Joey Votto right here too.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Like, you know, 2.1 million views.
A lot of people like that, or looked at that tweet, looked at that.
I mean, it's just so sad. Like. Also, I'm thinking about Joey Votto's such a character. I love it. He must have said, "Hey man, can you take a photo of me?"
Yeah, he set it all up. Set everything up.
Yeah, I'm still waiting a lot. Remember we were talking to Michael A. Taylor at one point? 32 years old.
Oh yeah, that was a thing at one point for sure.
Danny Berger's up for the Toronto Blue Jays. Top of the 5th, everybody. Almost halfway through this game. IKF hitting 400 and 64 homers. My God, that's insane. That's in there. Strike.
We're going into the playoffs. We're in the ALCS, and it's IKF leadoff. Justin Turner 2, Danny Berger's 3.
Vladdy's been relegated to the 7 hole. Jesus Christ. I think everybody in the MLB would be shocked. Like, what is happening right now?
2-1 right now on Vogelbach. Chafin in.
Hey, Andrew Chafin. Used to want him on the team. That's missing. 3-1. Come on, Danny.
Jid, we're trying to be a serious contending team. Not the Pirates.
Danny Berger's launches one! And that's a second homer of the spring training, baby.
Wow, is he about to do this, man?
Dude, I'm sold. He's actually gonna be with the Blue Jays come opening day.
Danny Berger's for the opening day roster. Holy moly!
I'm convinced. Wow. He's gonna be the player of the game now.
Yeah, spoiler alert, everybody. Come 8th inning, we have to crown a player of the game for our new sponsor. And now we got 2 contenders.
Yeah, we do.
We got 2 contenders.
Dirty Hands now up.
Which one of you fellers is the real Dirty Dan?
Oh, that's quick.
What?
Let's go, Dirty Hands. Dirty Hands pops this one up. That's going to be an out. Got to update the scoreboard. I was so excited about Danny Berger's. And he makes the catch. Wow. Danny Burgers, baby. No, I think I actually convinced myself. You brought up about Spencer Horwitz and who would you rather have. I think contractually and how they're performing this spring, I'm going Danny Burgers. I'm going Danny Burgers. And when are the Blue Jays going to face the New York Yankees? I need that Danny Burgers-Cole matchup. I need it. Kevin Kiermaier looks at strike one. This will determine player of the game right here. If he can get a hit, it's all yours, KK. If not, I don't know. 0-1. That's in the dirt. Wow. One. Ground ball, foul, chop behind him. 1-2. Wow. Danny Burgers. 127 of y'all in here. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button. Trying to get to 23.4K subscribers. That's in the dirt. 2-2. 2-2. Dude, that's another thing, too. I mean, Tave's kind of talking about Bichette can lead off a guy, his 380 on-base percentage. What if we get an actual good year from Bichette that we haven't seen in years? So all this playing time now.
I've really been counting him out.
Me
and
too.
Just because I kind of forget about him a bit, and that's going to be a strikeout right there from Kevin Kiermaier. Hey, listen, a homer, but 2 Ks. Danny Burgers, a homer. Oh, but he did ground into a double play. But did he get an RBI?
He did not get an RBI for that. I am leaning Danny Burgers.
I'm just leaning Danny Burgers because, like, I feel like it's funnier.
Yeah, and but you're right. The line is a little bit better. 1 less K.
A little bit. Little tiny bit.
That 1 less K turned into a run for the team.
That's true. That's true.
Though IKF, if he gets a hit, he'll be 3 for 3.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he also has an RBI and a run scored, so it's not like he's lesser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff to look out for here, everybody. Stuff to look out for.
2-0 on Dalton Varsho.
1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Excuse me, that was a ball. Come on, Varsho. I just want to see them play real baseball. Like, now I'm at that point in spring training. We're like, yeah, they're getting these homers, and yeah. But like, imagine if like Danny Burgers like stepped into the box tomorrow with 1,000 OPS. I'm like, wow. that one clipped the outside corner. 1-2.
Yeah, it's also like whenever I see them winning too, I'm like, let's play for real.
Yeah, I know.
I want to be 5 up. I want to be up 4 or 5-1, excuse me, in a real game.
Dalton chops it. That's gonna be an out. Dalton, even though he didn't get a hit today, he got 2 walks. That's pretty cool.
Danny Burgers ruining Garrett Cole's night was great. Yeah, it was absolutely memeable. There's no denying it. It was a good time.
Oh, gotta love it, man. I feel like Danny Burgers is for me he's winning that MVP tonight. Also a good talking point of like I think he might actually make the team.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good chance. He's got a very good chance at this point, you know? What does that mean for Ernie Clement, though? Does that impact him at all? If Burgers makes the team?
So who's up? The 4 guys on the bench you'd have, let's assume Kirk's in the lineup. So you'd have Danny, you'd have Burgers. I just love his name. Espinal is in the mix.
Yeah.
Ernie, who else am I missing here? Oh, who am I missing here? Let me look at Fangraphs here. I gotta get that Fangraphs.
Yeah, it's tough to think of them just off the top of your head.
Yeah, there's so many at play. Also, real quick shout out, guys. We're about halfway. We actually are halfway through this live play-by-play. Big shout out to the sponsor of today's live stream.
Whoa! Time for your daily Betway breather. A quick reminder that the best place to bet is on Betway. Must be 19 years of age or older to play. In collaboration with iGaming Ontario, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content.
Shout out to Betway, everybody. If you were a betting individual, then you might want to bet the over on whatever Danny Burger's home run line is, because
There's even a line.
if there is even one.
All right, so we got Danny Burgers Two separate people, Danny Jansen, Danny Burgers. Santiago Espinal and David Schneider is what they're projecting right now. Jansen, obviously. Schneider obviously makes the team, unless you are Kevin Barker. So then that leaves two kind of spots up for grabs. Danny Burgers and Horwitz fighting for that backup first base job. And then Espinal and Clement. Big decisions, because you basically are saying, if it's between Espinal and Clement, you're saying, this is the first time we're really sending Espinal back down to AAA. Kind of demoting him. That could kill his morale, or it could motivate him. You never know. Or you're cutting Ernie Clement, who doesn't have any options. Like at this point, like you will have to cut him if you want to bring him back.
Yeah, he's gonna go to another team too. Someone else will pick him up.
So you're losing him. So do you hold on to Espinal and sacrifice the ego hit to Espinal for a little bit of Ernie Clement?
Also, I do want to put this in there as well. I mean, I'm sure that Ernie Clement could definitely do some work, but I mean, I would argue that potentially Espinal might be more just overall valuable to the team to have play baseball. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
No, you're right. You're right.
But I think that that's going to be a factor as well.
Do they want the value of Do they really? If they have to see the value between the two guys, like how much value you want. I think it's not an easy decision if I'm the general manager of the Toronto Blue Jays.
No, it is kind of difficult. 2-2 right now. That one's going to be hit in to play. Base single right there from Kreidler. Chad Dallas gives one up.
You guys let us know. I mean, some of you are saying it, but you guys let us know who would you rather have, Espinal or Clement. And obviously, you got to factor in the contracts and how much playing time they're going to get.
Or, alternatively, like, is there any reality where you just keep Burgers down and you bring Clement and Espinal up?
You'd have to...
Because Burgers is on a minor league contract, so you still retain him.
You have to add him to the 40-man, so you have to cut somebody. So there's other kind of elements there. Like, are you going to cut somebody just to put him in the minors, or are you going to cut him to put him on the big league club? That's the question,
too. You cut Mitch White. Mitch White's got to go.
Oh, yeah. If you want to cut Mitch White, but... We'll see how they play. It's a good problem to have, that you have so many guys that are worthy of being on your big league roster.
1-1.
It'll be fun to see. Meadows, not Austin, his brother. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 1-1 count. And Dallas is in the game. We didn't even introduce him. Hello, Chad. Welcome in. Let's see what he can do. He's supposed to get 3 innings tonight?
That was the talk.
Okay. That'll be good. 5, 6, 7. Meadows with a 2-1 count. Dallas deals. That one's ripped! And it's going far, and that's over the wall.
That's going to go all the way. That's tough.
That is a 2-run home run.
2-run shot there from Parker Meadows. He got all of that one, everybody. The score is 5-3.
That was a hanger. That was an absolute hanger.
Yeah. Not the best pitch there from Chad Dallas. Parker took advantage of it. Cut the lead in half a bit.
Yeah, let's see that one again. Is that a changeup? Yeah, that was...
Wow, did he just placatud?
I think he did.
The announcer just placatud for Parker Meadows in a minor league game.
My guess is that guy is not Dominican. My guess. And, yeah, that's kind of weird.
Placatud is for Guerrero.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Nope.
0-1 right now. On green.
Well, it's a 5-3 game. Chad Dallas loses that one a little bit right there. 1-1. Chad trying to bounce back here. That one's popped up, but we're going to be out of play. 1-2. Oh.
What is that guy wearing? Oh, it's the sunglasses.
That one ground ball off of Chad's foot. Unlucky. That's going to be a base hit.
That's unlucky.
See if Chad's okay. Going off the... Looked like the heel. We've got to see that replay. He looks fine.
Yeah.
He looks fine. But
Okay.
that's 3 straight.
Says hit the heel.
3 straight base runners there. Given up by Chad Dallas. Yeah, right off the shoe. Let's see that again. Boink. Yeah. Off the heel.
Tried to get out of the way, but it
Yeah.
comes up. It comes back at you so quickly. Like,
Yeah.
your body's already contorted from you just pitching. It's tough.
Yeah, not a lot of... That's hard to have that reaction time. The ball's coming at you faster than you're throwing it most of the time.
Actually, they just flashed it up there. 107 off the bat. So
Yeah. Try to get out of the way of that. Can't.
Bottom of the 5th right now, everybody. No outs. Runner on first. 2 already given up. Torkelson up to the dish.
That is a ball we're missing there. Wow. I thought you would have got that one.
Come on, Chad. Find the zone, buddy. Find the zone.
It is kind of wild how close like these pitchers are to the batters, like with that ball coming off as fast as it is.
I'm so scared of that, man.
Yeah.
Like, I could never. I would find it so hard to play that position and feel confident throwing that baseball, knowing that at any given moment this thing could just fly back at me. I can't react in time to do anything about it. You know, if I'm like a millisecond slower, it's in the temple and I'm dead.
2-0. That we get for a strike. 2-1. Yeah, I remember a couple times pitching. Obviously, the exit velocity is much lower when I played. Probably like maybe 75, 80, you know, maybe. And you don't even think when you see it coming at you, it's like reactionary. Like your glove just kind of goes up. Like you don't even think. You don't have time to think. That's a ground ball. Escobar makes a good play. Good scoop by Horwitz.
Okay.
One gone.
One gone. Runner advances to second. At least we got an out.
I remember this one so particular. Like I was leaning forward, it was coming straight at me, and like it was like bam. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know my arm. I was like, oh my god, I'm dying. Like like that's what the feeling was like. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Scary.
And just imagine if like you froze for a split second.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Right.
You're done.
Yeah, and like that's like 80 off the bat. Like imagine 100. I'm dead.
You might not
I'm
have
dead.
got there in time.
I won't be there in time.
Yeah.
I'll be on the ground bleeding.
Yeah.
Out of all my holes.
Has anyone ever has that ever happened to someone?
Yeah. Oh, I had Jay Happ on the Jays. He got it really bad. A few other pitchers too, but he most notably looked for Blue Jays history. Like, wow, like he got it bad. Look it up, like Jay Happ getting hit in the head.
I wouldn't be able to come back from that. I think I'd just be so scared of that happening.
I know.
After every time. 0-2.
Come on. That one fouled away. I kind of want to see it again. Like, it is messed up.
Bottom of the 5th, everybody. Runner at second. Only one out.
Literally, first thing they had Jay Happ in the head.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I think I've seen it, but okay, show it again.
Yeah.
Show it again.
I
Show
gotta
it
see it
again.
again,
God
guys.
damn it. 0-2 right now on Canna. Dallas at 20 pitches right now.
Let me pause this for this. Come on, Dallas. That's going to be strike
Give
3.
me that.
Let's go.
Thank you.
2 gone.
See you later, Mark Canna. Oh, Jesus.
And then, like, he gets stretchered, and the whole stadium's silent. Like, wow.
That's just, that's...
Insanity.
It's...
Yeah.
No. Not my brain.
Yeah, my brain is messed up.
Oh!
Chad getting taken out. I wonder if they're
Interesting.
pulling him for now, and then they're going to put him back in.
Okay.
Because he
I
was
kinda
up.
hope so.
He was over 20.
Yeah. I hope they do that, because I want to see a bit more Chad Dallas.
I agree. Got 101 of y'all in here. you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, guys.
Yeah,
hit
how
that
can
like.
you get hit in the bed with a baseball and survive it? That's what I want to know, Sam. I mean, early in the Blue Jays Today history of things, when we used to do our Q&As, there was one question that I came up with here.
Oh, right.
And it did spark a lot of debate. And the question was, I don't know if you remember this player at the time. His name was Miguel Sano.
Yeah.
He's not, I don't even think he's fully in the league right now anymore. He's trying to get back into it. But just picture a free swinger. Picture Daniel Vogelbach, okay? Daniel Vogelbach. So the question is, would you rather, and for the females listening right now, I guess just, have it be your genitalia. But would you rather get hit in the nuts as hard as you can from a Daniel Vogelbach swing, so he sets up and he is just like free swinging in there, or take a Garrett Cole fastball, four-seam fastball, directly to the face or to the dome?
Do I have a helmet on? I think we discussed this.
I don't remember what we all decided, but
Because that might be the difference maker. If I didn't, fuck.
But even if you had a helmet on,
yeah,
man,
like it would hurt, but like it's the same almost the same miles per hour of bat going into my balls.
correct.
It's like,
Correct.
do I get hit in the head or hit in the balls?
Yeah.
But if I have a helmet on, at least I might do it. I might do it. Oh my God, Riley Green kicking some Gators. Wow, that's a tough one. Oh, they're golfing.
Wow, golfing with gators on the course. That's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah.
I kind of love that. I want to play with some alligators. Some gators.
All right.
Yes, Daniela, both will hurt a lot. Although I think it was inevitably decided, at least I chose, I will have to take the nut shot. Because I just, there is a serious concern of being dead after after taking a fastball directly to the face of the forehead,
That's the
or
thing.
being disfigured to a place where you're beyond repair.
Oh God.
It's
It's all horrible.
Yeah.
All right, we're having Zulheta come in and try to get the final out here in the fifth. That one's in for a strike. Zulheta, obviously a former top prospect. He's kind of fallen down in the rankings as of late.
Imagine if it hit you in the jaw, and your jaw fell off. I can't deal with that. 1-1 right now. That's hit into play.
Yes.
Give me the out.
Easy
And
out
he
right
gets
there.
it, and he gets it, folks. There you go. Out of that inning, everybody. Going into the sixth. We'll be right back.
Good stuff. Good stuff, Zulheta. Hopefully get to see some Chad Green coming back. Maybe it was just a one coming in to finish it off. Keep the pitch count down sort of situation. Not the money maker. Well, they both could be money makers, depending on how you use it. All right, guys. 92 people in here in this spring training game on a Thursday night. Blue Jays, so far winning 5-3 is the score. Obviously, his wins don't matter. We know that. But we like watching some Blue Jays baseball. Some big notable things so far in the game if you're just tuning in. Danny Burgers, he took one deep. So did Kevin Kiermaier. He was the first one to do that in the game. And, a lot of good Blue Jays offensive game. We've been live a few times for these Blue Jays games, and especially in spring training, and the offense was just not there. And this one, they're here. We're back. I see we got people debating how many wins the Jays are going to get. They won 89 games on the back of one of the weakest season schedules in the MLB. Is that true, Craig? I find that hard to believe with being in the AL East that you had a weak schedule. Especially with the Baltimore Orioles popping off like they did. All right, Alex Lang. I think this is a yes. He is their guy. I had him on my fantasy team, actually. He was my closer I picked him off the waivers. This guy who closed a lot of games, 26 saves for me last year, and for the Detroit Tigers, more importantly. Oh, it's Carlos Pena. I didn't even know he was doing this broadcast. Shout out, Carlos Pena. I'm gonna make myself a little whiskey.
Good idea. Good idea. Don't see them making wild card this year, says Bam. Listen, man. They're making it. They're making it.
have to.
5-3 is the score, everybody. Top of the sixth. 0-1 is the count right now on Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Dales. That's going to be grounded. Foul. Goes foul right there, everyone. IKF, 2 for 2 on the day. Can we make it 3 for 3? That's gonna go foul. I would love it if the first sponsored player of the game goes to IKF. You know what? I'm not gonna say a word either. It's gonna have to be Adam. I'm gonna sit here silently, and Adam's gonna do it.
I'll have to, man. I'm so ready for the narrative of like IKF constantly proving me wrong, but I'm down for it, man.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, I know like we're giving you a hard time, but at the end of the day, like
We all
I'm
felt
in the
bad.
boat as well. Like
Yeah.
I said
I'm
said some things.
I'm just the most vocal. I continue to bring it up.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's like every time because it's all when I'm thinking about the roster construction. I'm like, but the problem is IKF's here.
Yeah.
Like if IKF wasn't here, there would be no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you watched it all or saw any clips from the video I was talking about Ross Atkins a few days back. But I mean, it feels like the big mistake of this offseason
Was signing IKF.
was bringing in IKF because it changes
Can't
everything.
get Chapman. You have to cut Espinal.
You can't get Chapman. You're not bringing up the prospects.
Yeah.
You're not investing in anyone else.
And that is a ground out, so no play in the game for you, IKF. Even though you did have a good game, 2 for 3.
2 for 3. I mean, he's having a bit of a spring, you know?
Yeah,
so
yo,
I'll
he
give him
is.
credit. He's having a bit of a spring.
I gotta give him credit. He's not as horrible in spring. I thought he was gonna be. If he was abysmal, I wouldn't have been surprised.
How's work treating you guys? It's great, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's great. Cheers to working hard, you know?
On the job right now. On the job.
We're going to be on the job again tomorrow at 6:30, from like
Right.
6:30 to 9:30 to 10, somewhere around that range. We're going to be live for the entirety of the time, having a bit more of these, playing a bunch of games with you guys, giving away some free shit. It's going to be great. You want to be
Yeah.
there. We're going to be playing. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, just be hanging out, guys. I know a lot of you have already been commenting, saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna be having some drinks along with you guys. I'm waiting for tomorrow." Good idea. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, man.
Absolutely, Nathaniel. Big takeaways, big highlights from this game right now. Bowden Francis loads the bases up in the first, gives up a run, then gets out of it. He ends up having a relatively good rest of the game after that. Chad Dallas comes in, gives up a 2-run shot. He got taken out of the game. Don't know if he's coming back or not yet. Vogelbach, boom. Kevin Kiermaier, boom. Escobar, bad first at bat, hits us with a triple in the next one. He's 1 for 2 at the dish right now, and it is 5-3. Blue Jays up over Tigers. Deals. That one's in there for a strike, and he goes down looking. Whoops.
Oh boy.
Escobar sucks. OMG. LOL. Just got it from the Yeah, I was reading an article. Shout out to JAYS Journal. The guys at JAYS Journal are great. We love the stuff that they put out. And
We use them all the time in our videos.
Mean,
Shout them out.
They put out an article, and it was an opinion piece, but it was effectively just saying, hey, you're going to cut this guy anyways. Just rip the Band-Aid off right now. Give some at-bats to some other guys. And I get it. I
think they're getting their money's worth.
Yeah, I think you just give him the at-bats. Like, fuck, if you paid the guy a bit, you might as well use them. And
imagine showing up to spring training and getting cut and being like, I got paid. You know, it doesn't matter.
How much do you think he got paid on a minor league deal? Do we know what the deal is?
It's got to be like a few $100,000, like almost $1 million.
No. For a minor leaguer?
Yeah, like, well, let's look it up.
He's in a minor league. See, here's the thing. I think.
You're right. No, I'm thinking about a major league rookie contract.
If he was to make the team then
He
I
gets
think he
paid.
gets paid big
Yeah.
bucks. But on a minor league deal,
Yeah, they're not fully guaranteed salaries. Yeah. So yeah, they don't say the price, but yeah, you're right. No, that is exactly what's supposed.
Also, Chafin Fox, dude. Look at this guy.
This guy's like an '80s porn star.
Yeah.
That one's up to the foul.
Like, do
To the
not
foul.
let my girl around Andrew Chafin.
Damn.
Keep this guy away.
Wow.
Good smile, too.
Yeah.
He reminds me of, oh, what's that dude? What is that guy?
Oh.
East Down and East
Wow.
and it's. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
That's strike three. Horwitz strikes out looking, and that's the end of the inning. Bottom of 6 we go. I thought you were going to say the guy from Tiger King.
Well, he does remind me of that guy too.
Yeah.
What's it? Eastbound and Down? Is that what the TV show is? You ever watched that TV show? I'm very surprised that you haven't actually looked into it or watched it. In fact, it's a TV show I'm thinking about watching myself. Do you know who Danny McBride is?
I've heard of that name. Yeah.
Danny McBride. He's in all the Seth Rogen stuff. You know him.
I probably if I saw it. Yeah, if I saw him. Kenny Powers.
Danny McBride.
Oh
This
yeah.
guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this guy's in tons of shit.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's hilarious. So in the show Eastbound and Down, is that what it's called? Is it called Eastbound and Down? Let me find it real quick. Definitely not the biggest show ever. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a 4-season show. I'm pretty sure it was by
I've heard of that.
pretty sure it's by HBO. And what it is like it's this adult comedy where this pitcher, Danny McBride, like
Oh, you told me about this. Yeah.
yeah. So he makes it to the MLB and has like some an incredible season, and then just like he does the whole Alek Manoah thing and like starts falling off a cliff, and then he's out of the league by like whatever 28 or something.
Damn.
And and then it's like he struggles with alcohol abuse and drug abuse and all.
Do
this
we
stuff.
see him like be in the show and then fall off the show?
So
like,
that's
the
all-
show's in the MLB.
I only saw. I'll be honest. I don't know why I didn't continue watching it. I was thinking about continuing watching it, but I only watched the first episode, and the first episode is like that basically.
Yeah.
So the first thing that you see, the first 10 minutes, is like the history of his career and how he
Okay,
got
okay.
to where he is.
Okay.
It is good. It's fun.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good show. I'd definitely watch that. What's it on?
Best show ever, says Screams. I think would be on Crave because it's an
Okay.
HBO show.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, and I mean
That's a good
HBO
watcher.
always makes some good stuff.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6, guys. And yes, Chad Dallas is back out there for the 6th inning. Just had to get out of that inning for his pitch count. 21 pitches for Chad Dallas. Swing and a miss. Good curveball right there.
74 people still watching right now, folks. We are in the bottom of the 6th of the spring training game for the Toronto Blue Jays.
That one's high up there. 1-on-1. Kelly 0 for 2. He's got a 1-1 count right now. Danny's still doing some catching behind the dish. Even though it's in the 6th inning, still got Danny in there. How's it going, Adam and Nick? Remember me saying Dylan? Welcome back, Dylan. I remember you. That one's fouled away. 2-2. Nathaniel saying, what do you think our record will be after the first 10 games against Tampa? Against Tampa? Oh, against great teams.
That's tough to say.
Yeah, I don't know about who defines a great team, but after... Yeah, no, it's tough to say. What is our... Actually, that's a good kind of thing I want to start looking at as we get closer to opening day is, what is our April schedule looking like?
Bottom of the 6th, 2-2 deals. That one is hit into play.
Ooh,
I think it's going
George.
to find some grass.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a ground
Wow.
rule double, everybody.
Chad.
Kelly makes it to second base. Not a great start here from Chad Dallas. He's
Come on,
on 26
Chad.
pitches now.
Come on, Chad. Okay, moving into April right here. Obviously, we have the 4 games in Tampa.
Dylan says, I'm the guy who tore up your chat during the Yankees live streams. Listen, buddy, I would love to label you as being that guy, but you got a long list of other people that you gotta leapfrog over, man. Because there's a few Yankee people who come in here and tear up the chat.
Yeah, you got competition with Matt Needham, Keisha, that one's I. Red Bull Insider.
He comes in,
yeah.
There's a few people that come in and just tear the chat up when the Yankees are playing us.
Ooh.
1-0 right now.
We actually have a tough beginning to our schedule. It's kind of gross. Let's say it after this pitch. Kennedy. That one foul or swung through. Excuse me. 1-1. So, obviously, we have the 4 games against the Tampa Bay Rays in Tropicana Field. Then we're on the road facing 3 games against Houston. Then we're going on the road to Yankee Stadium. 3 games against the Yankees. 1-1. Now it's inside. Then we're going at home opener. 3 games against the Seattle Mariners. So we're just looking at first 10. That leads us to the end of the Yankee series. So 3 games against Yankees, 3 Houston, 4 Rays. Yikes. All on the road.
Yeah, and that's to start the season. 13 games against playoff teams last year.
Yeah. Or Seattle wasn't, so it'd be 10 games.
Oh, right. Seattle wasn't a playoff team.
But they're playoff worthy. You know, they got good pitching.
They were very close.
Wow.
2-2.
That,
Kennedy?
ugh, that's tough. That could hurt me. That's outside, 3-2.
It could. I mean, you just got to get off to a hot start. Swing the bat well.
Yeah, like I would be happy with a 5-5 start there. You know, split the Tampa series, lose one of the, and win one of the Houston and Yankee series somehow. That I'd be okay with. That's strike 3.
Yeah,
Get out of here, Kennedy.
What did you think you were doing, Kennedy? What were you doing, buddy? You're running straight back to the bench. Think again. Our guy Chad Dallas just had you looking.
Yeah, that's tough. If we go 4-6, I'd understand it. I would hate it, but I would understand it. You know, going from Florida, like you're not even back home yet. You're just going from Florida to like all these other. You're literally staying in Florida, probably.
Yeah.
You know, you're not even moving. You're literally staying here to face Tampa, then going over to Houston, then going to Yankees, and going home.
Yeah, you just don't want to dig yourself a hole or anything like that, you know? Deals. That's going to be hit into play. Should be an out. And it is. And Spencer Horwitz this time, with a little bit of wisdom behind him, does not throw to the pitcher and takes it himself, as he should have done the first time. Jid, with no overreaction at all, just says we quite literally might die before the 3rd week of the season.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get any really easier. The only easy spot, actually gets kind of easier. There's a couple good teams though. That's a strike. Our homestand, we've got 3 against Seattle, 3 against the Rockies. That'll be good. But then 3 against the Yankees.
Wow, so 6 games real early on against Yankees.
Yeah, big, huge test for the Jays. 0-1 on a new... Oh, who are
the
you?
Yankees like to shove Garrett Cole in our face, too, dude. Mm-hmm. I find that they always try to pitch their best pitchers against us, man. Maybe it's just the way things line up, but...
Let's see. New York Yankees schedule. Let's see if we're going to face them.
Well, okay.
Assuming he's starting opening day.
Yeah.
So,
start opening day.
He will be...
1-1.
Okay, let's find it here.
1-2 right now on Kreidler. 2 outs. You get out of this one, then no harm, no foul in this inning.
Yeah.
Deals.
Ooh, we didn't get that one.
Very close, Chad Dallas. Very close.
All right, so he'll 4 games against the Houston Astros, so he'll start there. He won't there. He'll be on April 2nd. 1, 2, 3. Oh, are we gonna miss him? We might actually miss him for that first series.
Okay,
yeah, we should miss Garrett Cole, almost
okay.
like you're saying.
We'll get the back half of their guys. That'll be nice.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And we should miss him again. So we might actually miss Garrett Cole twice. That's huge.
That is actually a big swing for us.
Mm-hmm. That's huge.
I would much rather beat up on Marcus Stroman than Garrett Cole.
Hey, big strikeout there. Kind of high, but Kreidler chases, and that's the end of the inning. Going into the 7th, everybody. 5-3 Blue Jays. Yeah, that's actually pretty underrated that we're not facing them. 5-5. That's where I'd like to start. Cole has sticky balls. So
Yeah.
I always forget about like that whole cheating thing because again, looking back at some old videos, like
that was a whole scandal back in the day, man.
That was a thing. Like we had many videos on Ryu cheating, Trevor Bauer, Cole, Glasnow, like all of it.
I would love to actually know the full list of guys and the extent of what they did. We'll never find that information out. We literally will never know. But there were a few poster guys for it. Garrett Cole was one of them. Trevor Bauer was the other big one. But the fact of the matter, the truth of the matter, was it really was a widespread thing.
Yeah.
I specifically remember, it was very early on when we started this channel. I specifically remember, and we were at Patrick's house. We were watching, Patrick's one of our friends. We were watching the Toronto Blue Jays, and it was Ross Stripling on the mound. And I remember specifically seeing the thing. We paused it. We looked back at it. We saw the sticky on his thing, and it was clear as day from the literal video thing, and nobody said anything about it. Yeah. You know, and there were multiple guys who were, same as that. So, I mean, there was a lot of people who did it. I wonder what the list was. Yeah,
there was a bit of a research from the fan base, like seeing like whose spin rate were dropping after once they banned it, and like obviously the one we know the best is Hyun-Jin Ryu. His dropped a lot.
Yeah, it did.
He was top 10 in terms of RPMs dropped after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the word on the street at the time was, 60 to 70 of the guys were using it or had been using it at one point. Like, it was more than half.
Yeah.
But, everybody just kind of cracked down on a few select dudes.
Wow.
And now it's just so natural that they check your glove after every inning.
Yeah.
Just so natural. Jid says, love how the Jays never had any sticky substance abuse. Yeah, bro. It never happened, for sure. Jason Foley coming in. Top of the 7th right here. He was actually pretty good last year. Holy.
Springer? Oh, he went there.
Yeah, you went, buddy. You went. 0-2 on Springer. Throwing some gas, too. 96 right there. You're starting to see more of the MLB players come in.
Oh, and that's a strikeout from George Springer. Oh, well.
Man, it would really suck if George Springer is just, not good at baseball this year.
Yeah.
Craig says, if it's not steroids or gambling, the MLB really doesn't care. Yeah, I'm sure that there's other things now that people do that we just don't know about that are bending the rules for sure. There's got to be stuff out there.
Yeah.
I can't even really think of what it would be because I don't have that mindset, but I'm sure that there are ways.
There's always cheating in baseball one way or another. People are trying to find the advantage.
There's cheating in everything, man.
Yeah, for sure. But once people always think they cracked down on this, no more cheating. Oh, no, it's back.
But then there's another thing,
There's another thing.
That's just what it is. It's human nature for you, dude. It's we're always gonna be trying to find the loophole and get the edge and get the advantage, and then you gotta knock that. And that's hit pretty hard.
And Ernie Clement flies out to left field.
2 gone very quickly from Foley.
Ernie's in the game. There you go. Yeah, you gotta wonder what that next thing is. Back day was steroids, and there was some corked bats, and then there was obviously PEIs of some other calibers with Alex Rodriguez. Got a new batter in here for the Blue Jays.
And the thing is, too, like, again, I'm not an expert on this, but I'm pretty confident that, steroids and that element of things still happens in the game very regularly that we just don't see.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, like, that's one of those things where, the drugs are constantly developing and they're finding new ways to skirt the system.
This one will be undetected, so you should probably take this. Like, you won't get flagged.
0-1.
And that's a strike.
Probably not, actually, but it was. 0-2.
There's so many, there's so much stakes. Like, think about how much money's in this game, and if we can make our players better any way possible, let's do it.
Yeah, of course, And from the player's perspective as well, like, when you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, if I put up these next 2 years, I will get paid hundreds of millions of dollars. Or, if I'm not good, I'll be out of the league, and I'll have to find a regular job.
Yeah. I'll cheat.
Yeah.
I'll cheat for $100 million.
Gimme.
1 and 2.
Deals.
That's down low.
Low.
Nunez is in the lineup. Minor leaguer with the minor league helmet.
Who can replace Springer in the leadoff spot if he has a bad start to the season? So
we talked about a couple options.
Yeah. I mean, I was really thinking that maybe the way about it is you don't replace them. You just take Bo, Turner, and Guerrero, and you just go move them all up one.
Yeah.
Because I think the alternative requires a bit of a breakout from someone.
Exactly. Exactly.
And we can't really predict that.
I'd rather do what you said than force somebody at the top of the lineup. Like, it's going to be George, and the only way George gets forced out of there is if someone's breaking out. So it's kind of like I'm cool with George being there, unless everyone's doing horribly. And if that's the case, then we're screwed.
Anyway,
You're screwed. Yeah.
It's like I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, Biggio could do it, but I'm not confident about that right now.
No.
So
3 and 2 on Nunez. Putting up a good at-bat right now.
Dios, that's...
Good eye! I thought that was strike 3,
It was very close. It was very close.
We get on. We get on.
Jay Castro says, Bo doesn't have a leadoff batting mindset. I disagree. I completely disagree. I mean, I think that Bo's mindset is hit the ball in play. Now, one thing that he would need to recognize is that... But actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. I think he does.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Jay Castro, and he doesn't work counts, he doesn't walk a lot. His on base from his batting average isn't that high. So I hear what you're saying. I just think the game of baseball has changed now, where it's not about it used to be in a 2-hole you have a lefty there. Well, obviously we don't have that either, right? So I think you got to go with just the best 3 players on your team. Put them at the top of the lineup.
Yeah, I would love it. And again, you think about it from a pitcher's perspective too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're leading off the game with Bo Bichette. He's going to swing at everything. He's going to swing at all my stuff, I got to be on point.
And he'll hit it.
He will. That's the thing too, right? It's because part of me was going to say, well, Bo's going to need to learn to lay off the stuff outside. Well, we've been saying that for years. He doesn't need to. So.
I was looking at I was cutting Bo clips, and I said to the Baseball Savant page, so give me the clips of him hitting a ball outside of the strike zone for a hit. There were so many.
Yeah.
I think he had 15 hits outside of the zone for a hit.
Yeah,
that were clearly off the plate.
Dude, I remember, and again, this is not something that you should be necessarily
dirty guns out here, by the way.
Yeah. It's not something that you should necessarily be making a habit of. But I guess if you're Bo, you just can. The way that people used to talk about Vladimir Guerrero Sr. and being able to hit anything.
Yeah, that's Bo Bichette.
I don't know if Bo is quite that level, but he's pretty damn close. There's so many times where you see this guy, arms fully outstretched.
Mm-hmm.
We're reaching for one a whole box away. He's legit this. And somehow it gets over the first baseman's head, lands for a single.
Yeah.
And he does that regularly.
Yeah. In MLB The Show, I have 120 contact. I will get base hits like Bichette.
That's-
I will chase, and it will be a hit.
That's, dude, when Bichette got his skill points, he just fucking pumped them into the contact, you know?
Yeah, he was all
he
contact.
went to his skill tree and went...
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm on my off day. It's pure contact drills. That's all we're doing. All right, guys. Moving into the bottom of the 7th. Shout out to Tristan Harrison with the subscription. W from the chat for Tristan, everybody. Welcome to the community, my friend. If you haven't already, guys, hit that subscribe button like Tristan did. Help us get to 23.4K subscribers. Bottom of 7th. Blue Jays. Buying. I can't wait to get out there and start hitting some baseballs, folks. We're joining a softball league, a little private thing, but we're joining a softball league. Super dope.
Yeah, Pat didn't actually say when the... He said Friday.
Oh, he said Fridays is registration.
No, like Fridays you play.
Oh.
But I assume that there's
Shane.
other days as well.
Shout out to Shane. W's chat for Shane. Let's
W's
go.
in the chat, everybody.
Yeah,
W's in the chat.
We couldn't do Fridays. That's our big day.
That's our bit. Yeah, I didn't clue that in until right now.
Yeah.
So we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, we have kind of like a laid out schedule, guys, and we're sure we'll be announcing it to you guys as we get closer to opening day. But the channel's basically got a routine now. You're going to see some regular content, some regular days. Spring training is kind of all over the place because it's spring training. And look at this. Speaking of all over the place, Nate Pearson. He's into the game. 98, though. That was in the zone. Strike one.
All right, Nate. What do you got, buddy?
0-2.
I don't know how much more of a role or leash Nate Pearson has with the Toronto Blue Jays, dude.
Yeah, I was making the tier list, and I put him in the tier list because he's fringe. But yeah, I mean, he is, because he's got contract time and control. He's going to be around, but he's going to be that up and down bullpen guy essentially.
And I could seriously see him potentially getting traded at some point, if anyone even has interest.
That's
in
the
him.
thing, is who's going to be interested in this fringe bullpen guy.
It's a
Genesis Cabrera situation where it's like, oh, that's a good strikeout. That's we're talking him down.
Yeah.
One out. But yeah, it's like someone will want to experiment. It'll be cheap, but do we really want? What's the benefit of us getting rid of him unless we have other guys that are clearly need roster spots? Until there comes a point where there's clearly no need for him in a roster, like a Mitch White, he'll be kind of here.
Well, if you think about it, right now, I mean, two guys that come to mind immediately, who I think you might even put ahead of them. Maybe you can argue against this, but obviously Yariel Rodriguez and then Zach Pop.
Yeah, Zach Pop, we haven't really seen too much. We got to see that develop a lot more. Oh, that's a good pitch. I think they're going to put Nate over Zach Pop in terms of, we're going to try this guy out first because of the prospect capital. The velo, if it is working, is pretty nice to have in the bullpen. And he can give you a couple innings, if possible.
I'm out on this experiment, I'm ready to stake my claim and say, it's not working, I'm ready to do it.
Fair, you can say that. Look, he struck out two guys as we're talking about 100 miles per hour. Nate's coming out throwing today.
Feel free to prove me all the way wrong, Nate. And when I heard that you were integrating a slider and doing all that, or splitter,
yeah.
I was like, okay, excellent. We're trying something out, but. I mean, when you look back at everything that's happened here, if you're ever going to make a claim on a player and say, it's not working, I feel like Nate Pearson's a solid bet.
Here's the thing, I think from if we look back at where he came from, yeah, failure. Because it was a top prospect, supposed to be a top part of the rotation kind of guy. But now I see him as a Bowden Francis type of guy where you're fringe and your potential could be you could start with the team and we got some control on you, so we'll kind of bounce you around, back and forth between the minors. That's all you are to be. That's all you are. And until there comes a spot where we could trade for this guy, but we have to cut Nate Pearson. Okay. He's not working out, so we cut him. That's what it comes down for me. We're just using your time until you're gone.
Yeah. We'll see, folks. Let us know your thoughts on Nate Pearson. down below. 2-2 right now. Got 2 quick strikeouts.
Yeah, 100. Gassed up to 100. You haven't seen too much of that from Nate this spring so far.
He's got the velo. He's always had the velo. Has never really been able to consistently control it. He does get the ground ball here, though, and that is going to be 3 up,
Wow.
3 down pretty quickly
That's pretty good.
from Nate Pearson.
Pretty good. How many options does Nate... Because that's when the time is starting to run out on him. How many options does Nate Pearson have?
Well, they probably use like 2 or 3 at this point.
Yeah. Let's see. Heading back here, guys. Search up a lot. Here we go. Nate Pearson. Yeah, they have Mitch White making the team for the Toronto Blue Jays. That ain't happening as a long reliever. So essentially, there's one kind of guy left for this Toronto Blue Jays staff, and it's gonna be Bowden Francis because I think they have Bowden down here. Or do they have him in the starting role? Yeah, they actually have Bowden Francis starting because of no Alek Manoah. So yeah, if Alek Manoah does start opening day, then yeah, Bowden will be that last guy.
Mm-hmm.
So Nate would be in the minors to begin, which I think we all agree that's where he's starting.
Mm-hmm.
So he's amongst the group here. He's got 1 option left. There you go. 1 option.
What are we going to do with that?
That's that. So you send him down here, and then he's got no options. Then he's got 1 call-up left.
So if he starts in the minors, we're not using an option. But if you bring him up at any point, then it's done. You cannot send him down anymore. Is that correct?
Someone clarify in the chat, because here's the thing, the whole thing about
Clement
is that he has no option. Is that we set him down now, because on the 40-man, we cut him.
Yeah.
Would the same thing apply to Nate Pearson, who's on the 40-man? He's got 1 option. We send him down. We don't cut him, but we use an option. He's got 0 left. Someone let us know.
Yeah, like the whole option system does confuse me a little bit as to exactly when and how they get used.
For me, it's always the spring training and how it fucking works. It's confusing there because, yeah, is it because he's already on the 40-man and has been on the major league rosters? Someone let us know.
And for Nate Pearson's situation, if he started in the minors, and then let's say we bring him up, and then we send him down again.
That would use 1 option.
So he's back in the minors now.
Yeah.
And we're good.
If he's got an option left. If he has no options, then he has to go through waivers.
Right.
You can send Nate up and down this year without losing him. Okay. So if we send him back to minor leagues before spring training's over, we don't have to. But would we use an option? I think that's my question. I know we wouldn't lose him, but would we have to use an option to send him down? Because that's big. Top of the 8th, everybody. Oh my gosh, this game's flying. That was a very quick 7th inning. Oh wow, we're in the 8th now. I guess we'll crown our guy in this half inning here once it's over. He did not go there. Baroa, he's in the game, takes 1 right there, 3-1. We're starting to get into the minor league action right now. Stuart Baroa in the minors was good for minors. That's strike 3. Oh no, wait, strike 2, excuse me. The ump made it look like strike 3 the way he punched it.
Dude, did you see Baroa bat flip
Yeah.
that walk that wasn't a walk?
Yeah.
And
Wait.
now he's out.
Oh, they did call it
So
strike 3.
everyone was
messed
all
up.
over the place.
The guy's controlling the scoreboard here on the broadcast. They messed up. At this point, I always start noticing the people controlling the broadcast start messing up. They stop caring.
Well, they haven't cared since the beginning, dude. Look at the
Yeah,
cameras, right?
yeah, they finally fixed the camera.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Strike 1. Still don't like the angle, but
I don't like the angle.
It's a Florida ballpark.
And it still feels a little out of focus to me. Maybe it is just the terrible quality of the camera.
Yeah, that might be just quality
But-
camera. I think it is, but yeah, it's low quality. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
And not all the angles are like this either. Oh, 0-2. Deals. Swung on, hit foul. Stays alive.
Got some guys spitting wisdom in the booth. 0-2. That's chopper left side. This could be an easy play if the throw's online, and it is. Wow, that guy runs. Out number 2. This has been one of the better spring training games. I like the first ones, but it was just like slugfest. But this felt like a good balance.
Felt like an actual game of baseball here,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Competitive, close, good pitching, good hitting.
And knock on wood, the Blue Jays could come out on top.
Gotta hope so. Jimenez. That's ripped straight back. He liked that pitch.
I assume that these minor leaguers are going to be dipping relatively soon.
Yeah, like probably in the next week or so. They usually send back the non-roster invitees pretty early, especially the prospects, so they can go start getting ready for their own season. And then the borderline guys, like your, Nathan Lucas's and maybe your Eduardo Escobars and your Danny Vogelbach, they might be around a little bit. 1-1. Rip left side, third baseman getting in some work here.
That will be...
That's an out.
An out. 3 up, 3 down. Really quickly, folks. U.S. commentators from this game suck, too. Too busy interviewing callers to call the game.
Yeah,
They're
what the
watching
heck?
Instead.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout-outs, Shelly.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Shelly.
you for the MVP as well.
All right, guys, it's time to crown the player of the game, brought to you by Tim Hortons. Roll up to win. It is a close one, I gotta say. It's between Danny Burgers and Kevin Kiermaier. You gotta go and give it to Danny Burgers, though.
Danny Burgers with a big-time bomb. Second one of the spring. This guy may even make the freaking roster, dude. When he first got signed to the minor league deal, I think everyone was thinking, no way. I'm thinking maybe he's going to do it.
Dude, 2 home runs already? That's incredible. He's kind of challenging Spencer Horwitz right now. I want me some Danny Burgers. Give me that Danny Burgers-Cole matchup. I would love to see
Danny
it,
Burgers, 40 home run season, absolutely loading. Shout out to Tim Hortons one more time, guys. Go download the app. Promotion is running till March 31st.
All right.
There you go, everybody. That was the promotion there by Tim Hortons. Honestly, Danny Burgers is the guy. I'm about it. I would love him I would really love him to have who's a memeable character in this Toronto Blue Jays history of time.
Tanner Roark.
But Tanner Roark in a...
He wasn't good, though.
No.
I want a guy who's
memeable
good.
in a different way, Like, I feel
Kirk
like...
was memeable at one point, but then he actually solidified himself as good. You know what I mean? Like, when he came up, it was like, how is this guy good? Right?
Yeah, maybe it's kind of a Kirk situation. I think that Kirk still is kind of a meme, honestly.
He is kind of, yeah.
Like, he still is.
Yeah.
But Danny Burgers especially so.
I like it.
Has anybody won anything yet on Tim Hortons roll up to win? Comment in the chat if you guys have won anything yet. We sadly have not won anything. Granted, I think I actually haven't. Like, I bought one and then I didn't realize that you needed to download the app. So honestly, download the app, folks.
Yeah. You get rewards anyway. Sometimes I'll get like deals, like getting like, me and my girlfriend will go get like sandwiches or like breakfast sandwiches, and I'll get like a 2-for-1 deal. I'm like, oh, sick.
Nice.
So download the app. Zach Pop. Speaking of which, the guy who's kind of in that mix there with Nate Pearson.
Yeah.
Call-ups.
2-0 right now. On Bly Madris. Bly Madris, AAA guy. 762 OPS down there. Deals. Yo, can somebody let me know if you played your whole career, you had like a 10-year career just in the minor leagues. You never make it to the MLB. You're just a minor league guy. You're a solid minor league guy. Like you bat like 750 OPS down there. in the minor leagues. How much are you getting paid? What is the salary of just legitimately a minor league player?
I think they range, from what I know, like 80K is kind of good actually if you're an upper minor league guy. If you're young, I've seen 100,000 for like the good ones. 100,000, like you're kind of like older 20s, 110 maybe. But a lot of the young minor leaguers in single A, rookie ball, they're making like 30 grand, maybe. They got to work summer jobs. Oh, not even summer jobs, winter jobs. That's gonna be tough, man. You're trying to make it, and like, yeah, it's tough.
Dude, what did we just do for 3.5 years?
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Of course, it's difficult. You got to make it happen if you want it.
Yep. Runner on for Zach Pop. I think he walked him. Who's pitching for the Jays? You've got Zach Pop, the Canadian. We traded for him 2 years ago, I want to say. 2 years ago, yeah.
I'm boycotting Timmy's. A bunch of my points expired with 1 day's notice. Listen, I actually, I mean, I know I'm getting paid to say that I like Tim Hortons and stuff, but I genuinely do love Tim Hortons. Like, I am such a Tim Hortons guy. Like, in university, I got that shit religiously.
That was my breakfast someday, like every other day, basically. Lunch.
Like, I would have that for dinner a lot because I have these 10, 12-hour days, right? So it's like I make myself a lunch, but then I don't have time to make dinner. So I go there, and then I get the coffee, and I get a sandwich. And and then even outside, like, whenever there's, like, a fast food... like
another
walk right there. Whenever it's, like, a decision to go and, like, get a fast food thing... Tim Hortons is probably my top choice.
Yeah.
Like
quick stuff, yeah.
Like Tim Hortons, like I love the wraps there. I love the BLT
farmer's
there.
Wrap is unreal.
You know, like all of the wraps and the BLT sandwich and some of the other sandwiches are great. And the coffee, I mean, I love a coffee.
Oh yeah. Honey crullers.
And then I mean the donuts are great too,
yeah,
dude.
Amazing.
Like my favorite, my top tier donut, I think is the Boston cream for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the best one for me. What is your top tier donut?
I want to put this on while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
might as well get the sponsor for it. My top tier donut. See, I love the old fashioned glaze. Like that one is like, I don't know why I love simplicity. Just a simple glaze, simple plain donut. Too much. I'm not a big like lots of like kind of icing and sugar kind of guy. Like I just love it plain. Sometimes I'll even get without the glaze. I'll just get the old-fashioned plain.
You know,
old-fashioned plain.
I really also like the one. I think is it the honey cruller?
Yeah, I think you've mentioned you like the honey. I do like the honey crullers too.
But the one that's like plain, but it's not like just a circle. It's kind of like molded.
I think that's the honey cruller. Yeah,
those are really tasty.
Yeah, I actually like because again it kind of fits in the same category. I like those ones.
Bottom of the 8th, everybody. 0-1 right now on Leonard. Blueberry fritter, okay. I can mess with it. I mean, also too, like just like a solid blueberry muffin is like pretty top tier too.
We got to get out of this one, Pop. 1-1. Little jam with nobody out.
That's a great question for the chat right now. Now that we're down to the minor leaguers and bottom of the 8th, what is if you were at a food court right now, a mall food court, and it has
jam shot? Can it be a double
play?
play
Too?
Yes.
Goodbye.
There we go.
Goodbye. Runner advances to third, but 2 gone. If you're at a food court in the mall, and assuming it has all of the standard, fast food joints, McDonald's, Burger King, Tim Hortons, Subway, New York Fries, whatever, all of the places. What is the place that you go to? What if you're going for lunch? Where do you go? Go ahead. Let us know in the chat.
I can't picture something like Bourbon Street or it's like Asian. I can't know that it's. You know what I'm talking about? Like Bourbon Street, Saint Bourbon Grill or something like that. I always go for those. I don't know why. I love it.
Want to know right now on Dylan Dingler?
I'll get like my rice, my veggies, and then my honey garlic chicken. Like that's so good.
Subway, New York Fries, Subway. See, I think Subway is up there for me for sure. Subway. It's honestly, I'll tell you right now. For me, it's either Subway, Tim Hortons, or if there's like a pita place, like a pita land,
Pita.
you know, or
Pita
like, you know,
Pit.
yeah, like pita pit's
Oh,
good,
Pita Pit's so
something
good.
like that. It'll always be one of those.
Popped up to the infield. This will be the last out of the 8th. Okay, we got into a little jam. 2 runners on, no outs to start. Zach Pop not happy, but no runs. Got a double play ball. Going into the bottom.
A lot of people are saying Subway right now. We got a Mary Brown's in there, a Mucha Burrito, a beef teriyaki. Beef teriyaki's pretty good. I think this Subway's so great because, I mean, it's fast food, but it's one of the only fast food places that I don't feel like total dick after.
Yeah, I never feel...
You
I
know?
feel full, but I don't feel gross.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I just had a good sandwich
Mhm.
that had some protein in it. I mean, was it a lot? Probably, but like, it also had some good vegetables in there.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
very tasty,
Yeah.
you know?
So that's what I feel like when I get my like Saint Bourbon or Bourbon. I still don't know. Someone tell me the actual name because it's like I'll literally get like broccoli and carrots
Right.
on the side, and then I get my chicken. You know, I can get like grilled chicken or breaded chicken, and then like some sort of carbs. Like you know, I got my rice or some noodles. I like them. And then if I'm feeling like really like I'm really having like a guilty pleasure, there's an A&W. Get those onion rings. Those onion rings are they're next level.
And then, yeah, like the pita pits and stuff,
Oh.
too. Like, those are so good.
With like the tzatziki sauce.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That shit
Hummus.
goes hard.
Oh my god.
That shit goes hard.
God, I love it.
You know, a good wrap or a good pita, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm all the way there. I'm all the way there.
I think it'd be cool if this baseball YouTube channel talked about baseball. Look, we talk about real life stuff too, and I mean, we talk about the game. We talk about things that is real life.
No,
you know?
I hear you, dude. I do hear you. We'll call the game a bit better. I mean, it is difficult when you're getting into the literal 9th inning of
That's
a full
the thing.
minor leaguer game. But
in the regular season, we're talking about it from 1 to 9.
unless we are down by
Unless
10.
we're down by 10. Yeah. But right now, we've got... They don't even have the names up because they don't even know, right? Like, oh, I think this is De La Cruz.
It might
Or
be.
De
it
Los
might be.
Santos.
They're still figuring it out.
I think this is De Los Santos, a guy that we're never going to watch in the big league level.
Either way, it's the top of the 9th, 0-1 right now. Deals. That one's outside.
That was a strike.
Still
Well,
have not flashed up the names yet. There it is. And you're right, it is
Hey.
De Los Santos.
I always remember because he's 69. Thank you, ML Barf. Thank you. Swing and a miss. Oh, 1 and 2. Fadio. I think I've seen this guy before. Fado. Either in spring training or in regular season.
They've been playing a lot of their bullpen guys in this game so far.
Yeah, I think this is their like day where they're gonna roll out. A lot of their guys like that Kenta Maeda starting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
their
I
closer
wouldn't,
too.
wouldn't be shocked if this was them. And this is a home game for them, right?
Yeah. Wow. Swing and a miss there. It's a strikeout. And take it in like, you know, they're rolling out their kind of A squad, like all their top prospects too. And we rolled out like half of ours, half of our pitching kind of, and we're winning.
That's baseball, man.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Anything can happen, man. Top of the 9th, Fado, 17
Hey.
pitches.
Palma Gianni.
Parmigiani.
There we
up to
go,
the
baby.
dish. You figured it out before the graphics guy did.
I remember. I'm starting to now that we're watching so many of these games. Like I'm starting to recognize their stances. And I made a video on him. Plus, I had to look at the video, so I kind of remembered his like stance. This guy's got power. That's what I learned through my research.
You know, that's something that I kind of forgot is that the Detroit Tigers actually finished second in the Central last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after the Twins, they were like, I didn't really care.
I thought it was the Guardians. I would assume Guardians.
I would have, if you would have, literally, if you would have asked me this morning,
Who came second?
and it was for my life, I would have said Guardians, and
Yeah.
I would be dead.
Yeah.
I would be dead.
Yeah.
You know.
Swing and a miss. Yeah. You know who came last
What?
in the Central?
I would anticipate it's. Who the fuck came last? The Royals?
The White Sox.
The White Sox.
That's how bad they were last year.
Right.
They've really fallen off. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Or swing foul. Stay alive there. It's Parmigiani.
MLB Barf says, speaking of breaks, you guys like the new Kit Kats? that have a bunch of different flavors. Dude, I've actually never tried any of the new, like, Kit Kat bars, but I know that they have, like, a mint one. They got the caramel one.
Cookies and cream. I've tried the cookies and cream. That's a strikeout there from Paul Michiani. I think so, yeah. There's a white one. Or maybe it's not cookies and cream. Maybe it's some sort of white chocolate.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's white chocolate. But that one's pretty good.
Oh, you know what I have tried? I've tried the Kit Kat thick.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's actually top tier.
Yeah.
Because it feels like I'm actually biting into something. And I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, like the regular Kit Kats is kind of just too small.
Yeah, they're just like, poof,
it's
gone. You know?
All right, here we go. That's a strike. And this, if I can try to guess, this guy's also remembering, who are you? I don't know this guy. He's a guy, though. This guy's a guy.
Does look like a guy.
He looks like a guy that we care about.
Robertson.
Ah, that's him.
Do we care about Robertson?
He's come up here and there, but no.
Not really. 0-2 on Robertson. Shout out to Abba Edgar. Even though I know your last duel gaming. Good evening, all.
Hey,
I will never not remember you as Abba Edgar.
Of course, I'm always going to know you as Abba Edgar.
Dios.
Ooh, don't frame that one.
95. Fado. Jid, Mars bars are the best chocolate bar ever. That's fair. That's a take. That's a take, man. There's some good chocolate bars out there. There's some good chocolate bars. Let me tell you.
1-2, swing and a miss. Wow, Fado had himself an inning.
Yep.
And
he did work on our minor leaguers, and we are going into the bottom of the ninth, folks. Tigers needing 2 to tie, 3 to win.
Wow, that was a good pitch. Who are we going to have coming out here?
My favorite chocolate bar
Mm-hmm.
ever. I mean, I do love me some Reese's.
I was going to say that's my favorite.
That's like
Mm-hmm.
really good.
Top tier.
Really good.
Top tier. S tier.
But if it comes to chocolate bar, and this is, I don't even know if you guys have it in America, for those Americans watching, but it's a Wonder Bar. A Wonder Bar. Very good. Peanut butter, caramel, like a little bit of nut action, I think. You know?
I was going to say, like, I'm not so much of a nut guy. I don't like the nuts in my bar.
It's not. Look,
it's different
it's a
taste.
actually, is there a nut in it? I don't think there is. No. I take it back. There's no nuts in the chocolate bar. No nuts in the chocolate bar. Very good, though.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Yeah, mine has to be Reese. It's not the most popular, but it's pretty basic. I love the cookies and cream Hershey's bar.
Oh, I think a lot of people like that one.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that one.
I like that one. I like that one a lot.
All right, everybody, we're going into the bottom of the ninth here. Detroit Tigers looking for 2 runs. Toronto Blue Jays looking to go 4-8.
Oh, that would bring us back.
Grapefruit.
That'd bring us all the way back.
Are we still in last place in Grapefruit League? I have not looked at the standings at all.
I don't think we got any better since the last time.
But 3-8, that's got to be rivaling the last place.
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah.
Right behind the Rays.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Who else is like doing bad? That's kind of good. Well, San Fran. Actually, not too many. Tampa. But Tampa's Tampa. St. Louis.
I feel like
Phillies.
But even they're 4-6. Like,
Yeah.
3-8's bad, dude.
Yeah,
4-6 is manageable. 3-8's bad.
Yeah. We won't read into it too hard, guys. We know it's just spring training. Hagen Danner. He came up. Remember, he came up and got hurt in his debut.
Hey, Last Duel Gaming says, took the opening day off.
Oh.
I'll be here to watch with you two. Hope the Blue Jays have a great start. We are 3-8.
Oh, that one's ripped off of Hagen Danner. That's gone. That's 5-4.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Are the Tigers going to make us 3-9?
No! Jace Young, their prospects. So shout out to Jace Young. We played the full game. Wow.
Jeez, dude.
That's
that was going yard right there. He did annihilate that one.
You know what that tells me? That Jace Young is starting with them on opening day. It's like, hey. Or, alternatively, they're just getting his bats in now. I don't know. It's interesting to see how the teams are going to start manipulating these young guys' contracts with this new incentive. Like, last year you didn't see it too much, but I'm wondering if any team's going to start doing it. Like, if you bring up your guy early and he wins Rookie of the Year, you get, like, a draft pick.
Right.
You know? Or he comes, like, top in the Rookie of the Year votes or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
basically like,
Give him
He
all the at-bats,
probably will.
hope he does well.
Yeah,
like, really.
he probably will get it. Wow, yeah, that's a weird ass grip.
And, like, look at the way he's holding it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like his hand is bent. JAYS,
Yeah.
number 9 hitter,
It
coming up.
works for you, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, that's sick, though, Abba. Let me tell you, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that, man.
Well, I mean, you're going to have a great day.
Yeah, you're an awesome
Let me
day.
tell you.
What
Yeah.
time's the game? Is that at 3 o'clock? I always assume they're 3 o'clock. They always start them at 3.
For opening day?
Yeah, for the
What
Jays.
a dumb MLB
I hate
thing
it.
to do.
Like now that we don't have jobs, like I have no problem,
it's
but all
fine.
y'all like
But yeah, like, for viewership purposes.
4. It's at 4. Okay, that's not as bad. That's not as bad for most. If you have like
Still
kids and
kinda
stuff.
bad, though, you know?
Yeah, it is bad. Like
And think about that too. On the West Coast side, so if you were a fan in Vancouver, or you were a fan, or just
that's
you
at
know,
1. Yeah.
that's 1 in the afternoon.
yeah. But you know, America's not thinking about West Coast Vancouver for a Canadian.
No, of course they don't give a shit, dude. They don't give a shit.
Well, we'll be live at 4 o'clock, everybody. Maybe even a little bit before to do some pregame festivities.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. There'll probably end up being a post game of some kind, you know, whether it be a live stream or a breakdown video that's posted the next morning or just afterwards. I don't know. But
Yeah.
there'll be stuff, we promise.
We'll probably be on the news at some point too. I can imagine we're gonna get some phone calls
I
now.
imagine,
Yeah. See, for us, it's like we want to have drink and stuff.
That's
Well,
the
we
thing.
always got to keep in mind the news channels are going to be calling.
Well, the news has got to have to work around our schedule.
That's
at
right.
that point. Because at the end of the day, look, that's our full-time job now. So I can't be leaving work doing this, you know? Like, I got to be here at work.
Like you can call us in before the game, before I start getting the beers flowing, but then after,
Yeah. I'm doing my job.
yeah, maybe the next morning. I'll come in the next morning.
If it's
I'll
not
be a little
too early.
I'll be a little hungover. but-
11 a.m.
That one's drilled, but gonna be caught. Will
Yep.
pop up.
Goodbye. One
One
gone.
gone.
Laura says, luckily I'm retired.
There we go,
Hell
Laura.
yeah. And in Arizona. Wow.
Oh,
Must be nice, Laura.
beautiful 1 o'clock start
Nice.
time for you. Look at
You
that.
you did all your work. Now you get to relax.
Shout out to Arizona and the
There you
Arizona
go.
Cardinals, Laura. That's my favorite football team. I don't know if you're a football fan, but if you are, let me know. I've never had an Arizona
I'm
Cardinal
sorry.
fan. No, I was gonna say we're in it together. That's a
0-1.
strike. Press.
Those commentators for the Tigers keep saying the Vladdy home run slogan. Yeah, what the frick?
Yeah.
Like, guys, that ain't your thing, you know?
Last Dual Gaming said, I'll send you guys some beers. All right.
I will gladly accept.
All right, well, accept beers.
1-1 right now on Perez. Danner 11 pitches, 1 out, giving up a home
Ooh.
run already. This one should be an out. Good play.
Yep.
Good play by the third baseman over there. That's
job.
2 gone, 1 out away from winning this thing.
Is that my boy? Yeah. 69. What's his name again? Dillo something.
Block saying, I know this is just spring training, but they're 3-8 worries me. Why doesn't it worry you? Look, it's not I think it's something to note. You know, like it's like, well, I wish that we were better. I'm not overtly concerned about this yet or anything like that. Like it's nothing, you know.
I've seen a spring. I forget which spring it was, but I remember the Dodgers were like bad. Like they were like 4-16. They went on to win 100 games. Like didn't matter.
I don't think that the players are really even thinking about
No.
the record at all. I don't think that they care. So
No one's thinking about that. I'm here to watch the players. Like for example, a Hagen Danner homer to Josh Young. You're never gonna see that in this regular season ever. Never gonna see that matchup. So it doesn't matter to me. What did concern me was seeing Juan Soto take Trevor Richards deep, because you will see that. That's what I care about.
the thing is like that's just gonna happen anyway.
Exactly.
Like nothing
Exactly.
we can do about that.
However, you could also combat it by saying, well, Kirk homered off of Rondon.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
2-1, excuse me, on
Kurt's
Balak.
gonna do that like 40 times this
yeah.
year. So,
No problem.
You know.
No problem.
2-1, 3-1, excuse me, on Vilade.
Yeah, and like our regular lineup is actually doing pretty decent. Like if you really think about it. Yep, that's gonna be the game. Let's go.
Goodbye, everybody. Toronto Blue Jays improve to 4-8 on the year.
It's the World Series run.
Winning 5-4 of the Detroit Tigers. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in for all of you. I know that this is a spring training game. Doesn't mean a whole lot, guys, but we appreciate watching along with you guys. You make it a lot better. Tomorrow, as we've been saying, 6:30, we are going live. We're going to be celebrating, quitting our jobs, and doing this full time. We're going to be giving some free shit away, playing some games with you guys, answering your questions. We're going to be getting our friend Jimmy Ballcap Sports on here to talk some ball, tier ranking the Toronto Blue Jays, talking about some latest stuff. It is going to be one hell of a live stream. So, you know what? You don't have to tune in for the whole time, but show up, drop a like, say that you're here, say that you came from yesterday's game, and we'll shut you out.
Yeah, and if you want to stay and have some drinks, you know we're going to have some drinks too. So it's Friday. You know, look, like we got to celebrate life, and this is one of those moments where we're very thankful for y'all. So come celebrate. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
And
go Jays, go!
Yeah, take that, Tigers.
4-8.
Yeah.